Peace, family.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday. We got the space open for Sister Dana.
She coming.
She be there in a minute. She, some
hold
of us
this,
are from
holding space.
yeah,
for
holding
her.
space for her. Because some of we come from different tribes. So I'm from the tribe always on time. That's the tribe I'm from.
Yeah.
And it's cold outside.
And it's see there, and then Khadijah comes from the tribe, but there's a reason why.
Right. Yes.
And I'll take that too. But Dana know we mess with her all the time about her CP time instruction. So I'm convinced that that's a tribe of black people. All of us don't always do.
That's the remembrance.
We're not always conscious of time. But you know what I learned? Indian people have CP time.
Yep.
Everybody have CP time. Sure. Honestly,
yeah.
Because I guess time is a concept that was made up to make black people mad as hell. That's my show.
Ooh, I like that.
We be like, man, who want to be on time? So, Khadijah, so we're going to jump right in, y'all. It's a lot of stuff to talk about. Yesterday, I had a lot to say on my post. But, that's my job is to spark conversation. Thank you, sis. Yeah. And we'll get in and talk about some things. So, Dr. Strong, tell us real quick about your week.
Let's see. My week.
Peace, Sister Michelle.
My week was a little, stretched me a little bit because as a mother of a male child, having to get out of the way and let him get his lessons on some things, and then my grandbaby, her birthday, and so planning and getting ready for that and spending all the time in that. So it's the week has been interesting, really, really interesting. So yeah, I was pretty close to home this week, so not a lot going on, staying close to, to my peoples.
Right on.
My peoples.
Okay, Sister Dana's just rolling in here, y'all. See what I'm saying?
Oh my God, we live!
We live, girl. We're gonna start honoring time. We have people who watch us every Sunday at 9. We should be up on the thing at 9.
You guys, I humbly apologize.
Oh, look at her.
I love you guys.
We love you too, boo.
And I love these sisters.
Oh my God,
I really love her because that's how you do it. When you come in, you be like,
y'all should have started.
I apologize.
And you look cute, girl.
Because I knew I was wrong.
You look about 22,
So I'm
girl.
singing the
You
song.
look about 22.
Look at her, she got happy. What, 22?
Hey, good morning, Tina. Hey, I so appreciated y'all comments yesterday. I know I made some people upset, but we're gonna talk about that. We talked about Serena Williams and her comments. I can tell when people read articles or not, because sometimes they reply be on some real I didn't really read the article and I'm in my feelings, and I don't like it when black people talk about their experience out loud, because evidently you don't really matter, so you don't really get to say how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Peace if you join us. Sunday Sitting with Sisters. So I love stuff like that. I love this week. My dear sister Khadijah, and Khadijah's behind us on the 1s and 2s. No,
What's up, y'all? What's up?
She's behind us.
I wasn't dressed to get on the air.
And she looked beautiful.
I think
Y'all
she looks
beautiful,
great.
y'all. That's
You know what I mean? She get on my nerves. I can say that's my sister. I say that. No, but I guess this weekend, y'all. Let's start off with a hot topic. We're gonna go down this list. We got our list over here, but we talked about white imagery in religion. And why do some black people need it? So what my sister did is she put a picture of Jesus as he's known in the world we're in. It's the white dude with the straggly hair. When people think that's Jesus, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad. And then she put a picture up a man named Farad Muhammad. I think Master's not a part of his name. I think that's the title that black folks gave him. That's on his birth certificate?
Oh, on his birth certificate?
Yes.
No.
So his name is Farad Muhammad.
No.
You know,
Yeah. Got you.
His name is not Master. Shit, my name is Master
tracking.
Rolanda Wilkins, but my mama named me Rolanda.
Got you.
Okay, so, nothing wrong with that, as you call it. So we looked at the imagery of that. And some people, and I think it came out of, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
So I guess, no, you go ahead, because you use the mic, though, because they can't see you, so these things
Okay, so I got a lot of inboxes. I have a brother-in-law that's Jewish.
Lift that mic up. Let's take it out of there. Just take the mic out of there and just, you talking it like you.
Can y'all hear me?
With your beautiful self.
Thank you, girl. Just reflection of you, girl. I'm shine like you shine. So, peace. Oh, that's damn. I just say So anyway, I always comment on my brother-in-law who is Jewish, because he posts a lot of good stuff, uplifting stuff that I appreciate. So I like it. So this brother went in, inboxed me, this Muslim brother, give me all these questions about why I'm not commenting on this white man's post and liking it. First of all, you don't question me. That's one, because I'm Khadijah. I'm not your
What's the
wife.
first one?
First one, don't question me.
Okay.
That's first.
Just
I don't even know you. That's first.
Right.
So anyway, but then as I'm he's going into the whole ideology of white Jesus and you know, sometimes I'm a part of prayer warriors on Facebook, so I'll pick scriptures, whatever. Any kind of growth I can get, I get, no matter where it come from. I know who I am.
Yeah.
So anyway, as he's talking to me, I'm thinking like, brother, you part of an organization and y'all person y'all worship is as white as the Jesus that y'all talk about the church worship. So what's the difference really? So that was the question. That's why I posed that question. This brother was going hard on Christianity and the image of white Jesus. But some of these so-called black organizations, blackity black, their imagery is a white man similar. He just has a shorter, like, he got like a little fade crew cut. And the other Jesus got the long Fabian hairdo. But they pretty much the same thing. And I just basically said none of them look like me.
You see how I'm...
So... That's why I picked the post.
She said a fade.
So, good morning,
Okay,
Queen
I'm
Mother.
sorry.
Hey, so
I guess
some
my
of the
job is to
comments
hone in
were
on the petty.
hilarious.
Sister Colette said, "Good morning, my beautiful sisters. Happy to see you all together again.
Yes.
And I'm cool with CPT. When you get there, you get there. But I know
See
time
what
is too. Right?
Hey, so Khadijah, we had a lot of people going back and forth, and so I sometimes I think
Somebody told us that black people were basically, this is how I took it, and maybe it ain't how he meant it, that we have so much self-hatred that we would only listen to somebody if they came looking like a white person. We wouldn't follow nobody or
like
or
Marcus
listen to-
Garvey.
we wouldn't listen to anybody that didn't look like a white person. That's how much self-hatred we had. So he had to follow, this person was birthed. This is in the Bible. He told me I've never seen that scripture. But anyway, it's in the Bible that he had to be birthed to look like a mulatto so that black people would follow.
You have to look close to white.
Yeah,
We ain't gonna
you
put
have
it
to look
all
like
in
a
on
white
model,
person, yeah.
but
So
I get you.
that's what it was.
So y'all don't know, why do some of us, not all, y'all hear me use the words like some, why do you think we need white images? Like, are we not capable of, like, how do you explain Marcus Garvey? How do you explain Nat Turner?
Khalid Muhammad.
Well, that's a whole other story, though, because he kind of backs up the theory.
Absolutely.
Because another person, that's another story, I ain't going to go there. But what I'm saying is, why is white imagery so important? And why are we always trying to pass off people as black? When we know black is a distinction. So I don't care if there's black-looking, white-looking people in Africa. They don't mean that they're purebloods. Let's just be honest. Like, I don't like white chocolate. I know chocolate is supposed to be black, so I don't know what else to tell you. So
Invitation.
I know that's a hard conversation because black folks, we get really nervous when you start talking about anything around our thought process of us or us being responsible for ourselves. We almost get scared shitless. We almost start boo-booing in our pants. But I feel like if we're gonna be a human being and we're gonna be original people, damn it, you should be able to answer for what you do.
Exactly.
Just say I'm weak and I need to follow a white person because I think white man is God. I would take that as an answer. I wouldn't get mad at you. I wouldn't be like, how dare you say something like that? I'd be like, thank you for your honesty, and we're gonna keep an eye on your ass. You understand what I'm saying? But at least you're honest about it. I can take the honesty.
I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready.
I can take it, y'all. I can take the honesty. I can take it. I really can.
So what's your thoughts though?
Yeah, what's your thoughts over here? Holla. While I get my water. Somebody sent some hearts up.
Yeah.
I love you too.
Heart it up. Appreciate that.
You know what? The only thing that I can really comment and respond to this is that I feel you, sis. And we as black people, we just gotta kind of do better. And
Dana, is there a difference between white Jesus with the straggly hair and Farah Muhammad?
they're definitely, well, you mean physically appearance?
Is there a difference?
Of the imagery. We're talking about imagery.
Okay, if we're talking about imagery only, not a whole
That was
lot.
the question I posed.
I would say not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Imagery, no.
Okay.
He do have the crew cut. But
So did Hitler. So did Hitler.
ooh, I like it. See, I like it when I can poke and cheeky.
Yeah.
Get that other stuff.
Yeah. So does Hitler. He had a good crew cut. Even though they
Love it.
looked like they did it with a bowl, but it still was crew cut.
And his with Hitler, he wasn't even blonde hair, blue
They
eyed.
said he was Jewish. They said his mom was
This
Jewish.
person's not blonde hair, blue eyed either.
Who? Right.
Farah Muhammad's not blonde hair,
No.
blue eyed either.
No.
He does
see,
look,
but
he
see,
does
if
look
you think-
Caucasoid, but it's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He had to for us to follow.
Well, yeah,
Stop
okay.
it.
Because
That's
evidently,
a song to
when you're
follow.
dark black, you can't come lead the people. Go ahead.
Ooh. Wow.
Is there a difference? Yes or no? for Farah Muhammad and white Jesus. Notice I said white Jesus. I ain't talking about Jesus of the, burnt hair, brass. No, I'm not talking about him because that's clearly a black man.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Like
I'm talking about the white
Rambo
Jesus
now.
with the straggly hair who looked like he'd been surfing all day and now he had to put on some Birkenstocks and a t-shirt and walk through the long t-shirt.
I love it. I'm just.
Is there a difference for you?
That there is no. When I see it, I see the same. So no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
No,
maybe
there's
they
no
didn't
difference.
work that theory all the way through. Sometimes you don't always work your theory through, and then it's kind of like you come up with something like you committed a crime, you go to the police station, and you got all your shit together. I watch it every week on Crime Stories, and the people get their shit together, but it's a crack in there, and all they got is find that little light. They're like, damn, we didn't think about the pencil that we put down after we murdered this person. Like, they gonna get fingerprints off the pencil. Like, you just, there's always little shit that unravels stuff where you get to see fraud and shit. Like, nigga, wait a minute, I ain't get a dividends check in 3 months. And I ain't get this man $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's just little stuff you don't think about. Huh?
Where my cut?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. So imagery, that's a major thing.
Yeah.
So I would have to say, in imagery, they're similar.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah,
because to me they similar in everything.
No,
but to me,
Every reason. What's the difference then?
it's different.
What's
Tell
the
me, we
difference
like to
then?
hear. Cause you.
That's what we. What's the difference then?
Yeah. Come on,
Okay,
talk to me, physically black woman who cannot lead herself and she needs a white man. Talk to me.
For nothing.
No.
Let me spit this damn word out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's listen.
Go ahead. Be listening. Don't just to dead air, Tina.
Okay, no, because I'm okay, right. It'll be dead air. See, y'all, why I'm forgetting I'm live? I'm thinking we chopping it up and stuff. Okay.
You chopped it up.
Y'all, I just cannot compare the teachings of Master Farah Muhammad with the teachings of Jesus Christ.
Okay, I get that. But the thing is going to be is for us
Even though
to stay on track.
But Jesus
Because she's talking about the
people
imagery.
than Master Farah Muhammad.
I'm not
and
disputing.
we don't even know if that's really his words because Elijah Muhammad didn't have an education, so how would he know? Let's just be honest. They say the man can't go past 3rd grade. Not saying you can't be brilliant.
No, I know he was a sharecropper. I know my dad was a sharecropper.
Why you thinking that?
But he was taught for 3 years by Master Farah Muhammad, right?
So they let some man who looked like a white man because he thought the man was white come into his home for 3 years. That kind of sounds like slavery, Dana. So you mean to tell me? So maybe wait a minute. I think I had my question. Maybe Master Farah Muhammad is just inferior, and he needed the white man to come to do that with him, because no black person in their right mind from Sandyville, Georgia, or any other place give white people that kind of respect unless they're inferior mentally. Because Dana, think about that. He taught this man for 3 years. Where? In the South?
Well, I know
In Detroit, which is up south?
Yeah, I guess that's the way that I wasn't there.
Okay, that's a safe answer.
I wasn't there.
Because, and I'm not dissing nobody. I'm
not dissing nobody.
I'm just
either.
saying that.
I'm
See, that's the
definitely
thing about
not.
thinking. If I'm a Negro and I don't have brains, I would believe some story like that. But because I'm a black person who came from people, even they went through the harshest conditions, because I come from people who are the darkest of wells. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't follow white people. They knew these people was crazy. Because all the stuff they had did to them. So now I'm going to let one of them in my house?
I think it is true, though, that some black people, a lot of black people,
some
are inferior
I'm going to say
to
some.
white people.
I'ma
And
say
they
mentally.
feel like the white man's water is colder than the black man's water. That is something. That is a thing.
I agree with that. That's why people like Farah Muhammad and the imagery of why Jesus is successful, because some of us do think that way. We got a comment.
Go ahead.
Kenan McLean says, so speaking of white images in religion, what are your thoughts on those images in the black church? For example, white Jesus pictures, white angels, and so on.
They still got those?
Yeah, some churches do. Everybody ain't switched over to the real black Jesus. Everybody ain't made that switch yet.
Okay.
But I also think, and I agree, sis, we know those images are damaging. That's why we have churches and communities all over the place, and black folks ain't got no supermarkets, no banks, no healthcare facilities. We don't own any of that. You look at the Jewish community. I don't mean to make this comparison, but I got to do because we talk about religion. There's Beth Israel. There's all kinds. There's the Catholic hospital. There's the Mercy Hospital. There's the Protestant hospital. There's all. But I've never seen the Black Baptist hospital. Just never seen it. Never seen the Black Baptist supermarket. I mean, we had a supermarket for where there was every mega church. I'm gonna just say mega church. then you can
Or
make me a
mosque.
believer. Or the mosque has never been mega like any black churches.
That's true. But I'm just saying, even every mosque, I'm talking about black mosques, because like certain
But
big
I'm talking
cities.
about mega.
Okay, but
I'm gonna
certain
give them
big
the money.
certain big cities do have big mosques. Like Chicago
Who?
has a big one. They
That's
have
one.
a couple
Give me
of
another
ones.
one.
Los Angeles has a big one.
They still do, because I heard they
Yes.
moved from
Some
there.
of Atlanta, some
Okay.
of I'm talking
Yeah.
about
They have
not
a
every
big
city, but
following.
some of them.
Gotcha.
As long
I'll
as
take
they've been
that.
there.
I'll take that. I'll take
Not
that.
every one. because
I'll
I'm
take
talking
that.
about-
I'll take
They
that.
don't even. Some of them don't even graduate to mosques. They're still study groups. So I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest. So I'm saying like the major
being
ones,
honest,
just
okay,
in those 3 places,
No, okay,
that's
you're
something
right.
to start with.
I just know that the imagery, and I don't know, maybe the linkage is between the church and the mosque is that white imagery. Because Master Prophet Muhammad, I mean, if the teachers was that great, why they don't have what the Jewish people have? Why they don't have what the Catholics and the Methodists have? They have hospitals. All of us go to them. Sisters of Mercy, the Beth Israel. That Beth Israel is a major St. Jude's. Thank you, Khadijah. So if the teaching was that great, we should have those things. But I think that's the connection with black churches and the Muslim, according to the Nation of Islam. Because I don't want to put the other Muslims in it, because that's a whole other topic with the Arabs. That's a whole other damn topic.
But is that a matter of equity?
No, that's a matter of my God is working.
Oh,
My God is working. As black folks, when have we ever had equity? This is new words white people have given us in 2000, and we're running with it. But we've never had equity.
No, but it's a good
we have to
word, though.
Yeah, it's a good word. All the words are good words. I mean, it's somebody had to come up with it. But what I'm saying is, there were times we never had equity, but we had black towns.
Yeah.
We had black cities.
Yeah.
So it's like it's cute to have these words, but that's how we keep getting left behind. Because then we go back to study the new nice words. And other people, races are running clear past black people. Like,
I get that.
yeah.
You know I'm a builder, so
No,
I know.
I get you. And
I
I'm not
know.
trying to diss the nation up like that, but I
I
do think we
definitely
got to
not
look at that
dissing the
imagery.
nation.
Like, I couldn't
I
in good
appreciate
conscience
and
send
love
none of
the
my
Nation of
chocolate
Islam.
sisters and brothers to nowhere where their images is not being shown. I don't
Right.
want them to think that lighter skin or white people are somehow black and they have to be in the head.
I get
Because
it.
to me, that's the damaging of imagery.
Right.
Philosophy is great, but hell, we all got philosophies, but I ain't never seen us really build on them like that. I hate to say that, and I'm not dissing nobody. So I'm just saying I think we got to look at that. We have to be critical. And I know with black folks, it's hard to be critical with each
Yeah.
other. Because then we get in our feelings like, they going to think the world already know we fucked up. They already know that.
Right.
They don't need, we got more basketball players. If all of them basketball players came in and bought 1 or 2 houses, we would have something in our community. But these niggas get their money. They want to go hang with people who look like Master Farah Muhammad and marry people who look like Farah Muhammad or the white Jesus. Which is why we can't build anything tangible, and people know we don't love ourselves because we don't go look for ourselves. We go look for the people who lynched us and treated us like shit and didn't give us equity and wouldn't let us buy homes. And we go look to be with those people to help oppress black folks even more. Not all athletes, but some athletes.
Just so y'all know.
That felt like a whole conversation, but that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. But in speaking of that, this maybe Master Muhammad will come in handy with this in White Jesus. This white woman wants to run for president, and she wants to give $100 billion for slavery reparations. Thoughts on that?
Run me a check.
I think
You said
that.
run me a
Run me a
check.
check.
Right.
I
me
think
a
that
check.
She brought it up. She
I
said,
think that was intelligent. I think that it was very smart for her to run that because black women are the number 1 voters, right? So I think that was a good thing to run on.
Right.
That's a good
Okay.
thing. I think
You
that
got
was
our- we
intelligent.
talking about
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
right.
right.
And
I
I ain't
think
heard
it's
Camilla
intelligent.
and none of the other black politicians made higher hair of it. So
Right.
I don't
them
know.
Negroes don't even think they have to even address us because they're I'm gonna keep saying it. They're buffer race people. So they like me being here is your reparation. I don't even know this heifer. How
Got
you
it.
gonna get my reparations?
Right. See, I think it's a great conversation. I would like to see how it is supposed to work out because I know in reading parts, and I wonder because Rolanda is really wonderful about sending out information so that we can be on top of the conversations and different things like that. So I did what a lot of us do, and that's skim through it. Right. To the bold words, you're looking at the highlights and how she mentioned programs and where that I would like to see where that money would actually go and who are we going to choose to handle that.
I think we should
like Khadijah just mentioned. Are you going to write me a check?
I think we should
write
get
me a
Ray
check.
out the street. I trust Ray out the street.
Yes.
I don't want to be no black politicians.
Right.
I don't want to be no black lawyers or none of them can be spokesperson. I want to go with Ray on the street.
Yeah.
I want to go with
Yeah.
Didi and them.
Yeah.
No,
like that.
because
Why everybody can't just get a check?
Because some Negro like that,
But why do we
figure out how to
release
send
that?
the rainbow push, and they will distribute it.
Say that again.
I said some Negro like will get the money to rainbow push, and then they will figure out how to distribute
no,
it.
I don't need you to
Which
do
is
that.
also that sound like
They give it to the black person they think a black community representative, and then we never see
We
the
never see
money.
the money.
Just
Yeah,
do,
I got what
just,
you're
just,
saying.
But Ray
just
Ray gonna bring
everybody
it
get
back.
a check.
Right, yeah.
Ray know if he don't bring it back, there's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put their ass and take names.
Right. That part.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. I
I think it was intelligent for her to
I do
do
too.
that. Whether or not that can really happen, I'm not
Well.
for certain. But it was smart for her to do it, especially having a black woman. Although everybody has their commentary about Kamala,
she black.
is she black?
She never mentioned once she was black.
Is she?
She's Indian or
I know she's
Filipino or something
Eastern
like.
Indian or something, right?
Yeah, but she ain't black.
She not mixed with black.
I don't know. Everybody, white people are mixed with black.
Right,
and
that's
everything, but,
true.
you know, I think she pulled that black card out so she can get the dumb niggas votes. That's what I think she was doing.
It was intelligent, just like the
But
reparations.
that lady that did that was intelligent. That was intelligent.
You know what I'm grateful for with that white lady, and I don't mean to say it like that. I'm grateful for the fact that she at least had enough common sense to recognize our ancestors' struggle and that we needed to get something for that.
Right.
I have never heard no black politician
Nope.
say that
Yeah.
unless they jockeying for programs for their money for their programs.
Right.
There's something enough to say that we owe these people something, and
Yeah.
not be afraid to say it.
Say it.
Black politicians would be like, I don't want to offend the white people, like
Tina McClain says her father is Jamaican, she's half black.
Right. Okay.
He's Jamaican. What is he? Indian Jamaican?
Pete
Hold on.
Pete
The mom
Timothy-
is Indian.
No. Jamaicans have people. That's where
No,
curry
I get-
comes from.
I get-
That's when the
I'm a
Indians
whoop you,
ended
I
up
know
to
that.
Jamaica. So what does that mean? That's like saying her father's American and she's black. Like, what does that mean? I'm sorry. Black is a distinction. Is he a mixed race black person? I mean, what's going on here? I think we need Buffer Race Watch.
Good morning, Bree Latrice, and you're
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you for
Why
tuning
we
in.
can't get the same messages?
So I know this is a hot topic, and I feel you. But all Jamaicans. I mean, in Jamaica they got the caste system. I mean, I have friends here who are Jamaican, and
In
some of them
India-
are.
People with the caste
In India-
people barely even know what that is.
In India, they have the caste.
Like
Well, that's where I got the term from. We usually call it color struck in America.
That's what I'm saying.
But right, and so caste is when your light
Tina
is
says
on
he's
light
black
is
Jamaican.
yeah.
Thank you, Tina.
Light is on the
Thank
top.
you.
Oh, that means that his sperm is inferior, but that's another story. So either light is on the top and the dark is on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
like Barack Obama, like his mother was like an average white chick. She wasn't like a Kennedy or nothing, but her whiteness was enough to get him over. He didn't get in there because his father was a black Kenyan. And so there we be expecting stuff from our dear brother Barack Obama, but he didn't get black people shit. All he did was have somebody meet over beer with the racist white people who locked the so-called prominent black professor out of his house, and Barack Obama took him for a beer. But when Trayvon Martin got shot, you think he did some shit to ensure that no more black men like himself would be killed, even though he said Trayvon Martin could be his son if he had one?
Right.
See the lack of value for the group that you claim you belong to? Don't fuck with me.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, man,
No,
that's
Obama.
like a song. Don't, man, I'm sorry. That's like a song.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not.
Having to release
I
that.
just feel like we gotta really hold these people accountable, and the buffer race people gotta stop playing black folks.
Right.
I don't give a damn that one of your relatives is black. I'd rather go with the white dude. Good case in point, we in Sacramento. We had a black mayor for hella years. This man ain't give black people shit. People got arenas. I mean, he did all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? All he did for black people was hold an indivisible meeting where Negroes talked all goddamn day. But we didn't get shit out of that. Now we got a Jewish white mayor, and black folks is getting something. That's just be honest. It may not be what we want, but at least he is, when we march and do shit, he replies. And not with a goddamn speech. He basically puts some money where his mouth is.
Right.
So black politicians and buffer race politicians, they don't really help black people. And I know we don't want to hear that. We want to do this fake united front that all black people are together. Not true. Not all white people are together. Right. I mean, I know we want to believe that shit so we can have an excuse on why we ain't moving. But I think accountability, we got to have accountability as black people to each other. And that shit ain't popular.
How do we start doing that? How do we start getting accountability? Let's go. I'm going to ask this question every week because we got to keep this up.
Okay, but when you can't do chuk chuk,
Right.
I think you have
Snip,
to.
snip, you got to cut
Yeah,
your
I
ass
think
out,
we
you
have
got
to
an
do
infection.
a lot of what some people have already been doing, pull themselves together, working with each other. All of us
Right.
participate on some level, but I also think we got to call people out in front of people. We cannot. We can no longer be co-conspirators and hiding lies that we know everybody
Yeah.
know is a lie.
Right.
We can't keep doing that. At some point, you got to bust people out. And have a plan to replace them. Like we gotta get together and start doing little mini clinics, for our health, or we gotta do it. And I've seen, see, for me, I always tell people, I'm from the people who basically got out and did stuff like that. When shit was wrong in our community, they went out and policed their own community.
Right.
I'm from people who built the clinic for black women because our birth outcomes were bad. I'm from those people. I am not no revolutionary on Facebook Live typing shit but don't do shit. I hire black young people. I make sure they earn some money, but I also make sure they learn about their history and culture so we don't have our babies participate in the Black History Month program and blackface. Right. See, that's our fault.
Let's get to that. That's on our list. Let's get to that.
Did y'all familiar? See that one about the black elementary school? Elementary school now performances black masks for black children, and it was like not just a black mask, but the one with the Sambo look.
Right.
The big red lips.
Yeah, like that sweater from Gucci. Man.
Hey,
We are.
I'm gonna take a
I just
sip.
think that the whole thing is just ridiculous. I have a hard time even believing that this is still happening, but it is still happening, and so
It never stopped.
It never stopped. Yeah. That's the part.
That's the illusion
That's
we
the
under.
part.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. It never stopped. It became camouflage. And I'm gonna tell you.
Or
why.
normalized.
Normalized. I'm gonna tell you why. Look at these mutations, the Kardashians. Look at they big ass full lips. They put on big bright red lipstick. Now we think that shit is cute. We think it's a trend. Look, and they switched it up. They made us think it was. We always have beautiful big lips, but they made it look like a clown in that Sambo thing. But now they out. You look at I don't know their names. I just know Kim because it's her, but I don't know none of the other names. But the little sister that's a Jenner, but look more Kardashian than a Kardashian do. Because, but anyway, look at her lips. It looks just like the Sambo thing. Look at their red lipstick. So they kind of. It's always been around, but now they make us think it's so acceptable, it's so cute, it's
they
so
wearing
normalized because they're wearing it. Like they picked that Gucci sweater out with their white girl in there. It would have been some black rappers with that
Buying
shit.
that shit.
Just like them Gucci slippers that look like dog hair. People, they like $3,000. Because it's Gucci, they're buying it. They would have brought that sweater.
It looked
They
like
would have
dog
brought,
hair.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna look it up. They would have brought that sweater because they normalized it. It's Gucci. We're in the title, we're into labels. They would have brought that sweater and rocked and proud up there looking
So
like.
what do you think
afford
we
Gucci.
should do when people, the black? Because white people seem to be obsessed with blackface stuff. I mean, they've always been obsessed with it since Al Jolson.
I think
and
they
most of all
obsessed
don't
with
even
us
know
in
who Al
general.
Jolson is, but you should. If you know who Dr. King is, you should know who he is.
Right.
You got to know as much as about the crimes against your people as people who call themselves integrate this into a burning house. We got to know as much as that.
Right.
So that way when you see it coming, you can be like, oh, hell no. Why would you even think to put some big lips like that on a sweater and you put it on yourself? Like, why would you do that?
Right.
We got to know our history, not the stuff that way back in Kemet. Because I'm so sick of them Hotep Negroes.
Bree Latree said, that's right, we have to hold them accountable. Timothy said, peace and blessings to you, queens.
Peace,
Now,
brother.
Bree Latree said, that's right, the black Oreos have become a
Peace.
trend.
Is that Timothy?
so true.
Is that Timothy One Gone Pool?
Yes.
Yes.
Great event last night. Thank you so much for having us. It was the bomb. I didn't even know we had so much talent. Filmo Slim and Emo and them. Thank you.
But Timothy do his thing.
And shout out to Hooked on Fishing. It's a great program.
It is,
Yes,
right
it
on.
is.
And so instead of your son being hooked on video games and just shit that ain't feeding his brain,
Right.
sit him down and hooked on fishing.
That's
Let him
right.
get hooked on survival. 'Cause
Hooked on fishing because
if you can fish for yourself, then you can feed yourself.
Right.
Hooked on fishing is very consistent.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Yes, they are.
And the Healing Circle. Let's not forget, he
Right
also
on.
runs a Healing Circle for young men.
That's deep. So what do you think we do about these kids in the blackface?
My son, first of all, would never. He's in elementary. That would never ever happen.
I wonder what town that was in. I didn't remember the
I
town.
don't know what I would
It's
do.
okay.
I would never experience it. Because as soon as they had to send it, my son came home and told me about it. It would have been a wrap. Well, you know how I am. So I
We would have
can't
been
handle
storming the building.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't even
So
answer that.
with that being said, we talked about misappropriation or inappropriation, whatever the hell word again. Here we go with these goddamn words. Stealing people's culture. Let's just make it so even a child can understand it or a caveman can understand it. Stealing shit that ain't yours. Jennifer Lopez is performing a tribute to Motown at the Grammys. I thought maybe at the Latin Grammys she was gonna sing all their songs in Spanish or some shit. Mm-hmm. But you mean at the real, yeah. You mean at the Grammys?
All right, I'm about to throw something out there, y'all.
Throw it out there. Throw it out there, Danny, because you know you like to throw stuff.
No,
because I'm ready to catch it. My glove is wide.
Okay, you got your glove. You got your glove.
Hey.
First, I'm gonna ask a question.
Oh,
so it's two questions. One, is Jennifer Lopez Puerto Rican?
Yes, she is, because Puerto Rican is an island. It's not a race.
Just answer that question.
Okay.
Just answer it with one word. Yes. Puerto Rican. Now go.
Number two, are Puerto Ricans, do they have Negroid or African blood in them?
Not all of them. That's like asking, do Americans, am I an American? Yes. Do all Americans have Negroid blood?
Okay.
No. Because Puerto Rico is a country. It's not a race of people.
Okay.
We got to get our, we got to get our education right.
Okay.
They are people from Puerto Rico. But to me, they're the prime example of whitewashing, to me.
Yeah.
The fact that we have to sit up here and ask if they have African ancestry, and we seen Rosie Perez, even though that's a whole nother buffer race. That buffer race, there's like they're full of buffer race, and then they suppress the darker skinned original black looking people.
Said some do because of slavery.
Did you hear me say? I said not all.
Yeah.
I know, Tina, I said not all, but what I'm saying, because I grew up around Puerto Ricans from the East Coast, and what I'm saying is we know that there's Rosie Perez, right? But again, she's a light-skinned person, and even she played roles where there's no race intended, because even she don't want to be black, even though she made her money off of Soul Train, being a dancer, and all the Spike Lee movies, all the black stuff. But as soon as she cannot be black, or whatever the hell, she wants to be like a non-racial person, like rest of Latino. Latin American have some of the most confused Negroes I've ever seen in my life, because I travel to those places. And what you don't see is that there are more black people in Latin America than there are in the Americas.
McClain says she here. You should just answer the question.
No, I got you, sis.
Bree Latree Johnson says they cannot take our natural beauty and selves. They have to pay and study us to be similar to us. We are the first that can give birth to all.
Right on. I just wish they'd get some of this suffering and shit.
Right.
I wish we could bottle that shit. Like, you're gonna be black, you have to take this ass whooping, this lynching, the non-bank loans.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I just wish they could take that.
Come on now.
I just,
Right.
It's abuse. It's
and not just steal all our shit. You know what I'm saying? I just, because I get like kind of like it just kind of pains me a little bit that this Puerto Rico is an island. That's number one. Number two, like she ain't identifying as black. I mean, she can fuck all the black dick she wants. She can hump all the ones she wants. She can, have it go in out her mouth and her ears and shit like that. I don't give a fuck. Come on her face. I don't give a fuck.
Really?
But that does not make you black.
Right. I get you.
Shit. I just think the black man has really the black man has really made my job hard. Yeah. Because he doesn't train the people he fuck with. See, the white man trains you.
Play your position.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta stop dripping and tripping
and
skipping over the real detail.
So well that he sent this lady up to talk about this $100 million. She's part of his damn system.
I know. So that brother, I want to give a shout out to. I want to give him a shout out because to have his woman at least recognize our ancestors. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
So Tina McClain says, yes, you're right. Although Rolanda, colorism among Africans in diaspora is a huge problem.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
It's more out of control, and now they coming in here.
Yeah.
I mean, we got our own, but with them it's blatant. They don't hide it as much as, we'll just say stuff like good hair, fair skin, and, and let somebody check you and be like, what the hell is that? Like, from crow to snow. What the fuck is that? Or from snow to crow. Like, the snow is first, and the crow is, the person I'm talking about. I just think, like, for me, that I felt almost like an insult, but because the person was an elder, I just said, what does that mean?
Say that again?
The person said black people come from snow to crow. And I'm like, first of all, snow ain't first.
Right.
And the crow is something that's on the ground that's very dark. So to me, here we go again. This language is tricky, but I think we can correct the shit. Because you're never going to hear white people say, we come from crow to snow. They're going to say snow because they think snow is first, it's top, it's white, it's fluffy. It's all those things that's associated with colorism. Soft features. I was like, what the fuck is that? You mean bland features? Don't have me fuck around. You mean recessive? Yes.
Bila Tree said they follow the true people of the land, the blacks, because they don't have a natural culture of their own.
Oh, okay, you're talking about general. Right on, sis. I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with that. We just got to stop following them. It's like they following you and you following them. Right. Which is why we in a circle and these motherfuckers is elevating because they know our shit's the best. We just don't know it. So I'm agreeing with you.
Imitating us.
Right.
Don't even make no damn sense.
Damn. That's kind of deep. Say that again. We what?
We imitating them, imitating us.
That's
I
big.
look all these sisters out here putting injections and they already natural big asses. You know, getting lip injections, fucking up their body, or they already natural big lips to look like these artificial Bratz dolls that look like inflatable women. And we tearing our bodies up. Ain't no black one supposed to have no goddamn big ass booty and a waist of a 2-year-old. That's not natural. It doesn't look normal. It looks like anime. It looks kind of pornographic. It's not cool. So go ahead.
I'm about to throw something at y'all.
Okay. You got your
What about the Bring It On when you see all those black girls with weaves jumping around and dancing? I mean, I'm just saying.
I think that is an atrocity to some degree, especially I'm gonna be honest, especially the younger ones. I understand for some of the older majorettes is all part of some of the dance, college majorettes who they dance. I know it's part of the routine, but when I do see some of the younger, like the toddlers, the babies out there,
middle schoolers,
this is too much for me. It's too much.
Yeah.
But I think the hair. I mean, because you can get that same effect with a bob. You can get that same effect with some cornrows and a braid. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's once again imagery. We think that makes us look more like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. You never see they show. They go through a whole lot on that damn team. They weigh you. You 2.3 ounces over the weight. They cut you, but you have to have a certain look to be that. So
you know what the sad part about it is too. And I'm just using this as a we talk about imagery. I think the other sad part is that these are black people, and I hate to say this, gay black men. Now they're a part of it. It's like it kind of some way it's in direct conflict to you as a natural black woman. Yeah. Like these aren't white people that we're going to try out for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I remember that movie back in the 70s, 77 or whatever. But these are black people. These are black women. You know, tearing down black girls' self-esteem and then building them up to be white. Like somehow that's my translation.
But that has to go back to what you said earlier. It's imagery. Even though they are black gay men, they black kids auditioning, that's still the imagery that they want to have. They want to have that show they watched in the 70s with dolls. They really want to be that white person on TV. And they want these little black girls to look the same way. That's why I seen a little girl, I'm not even lying, at my son's school. She doesn't have alopecia, and nothing wrong with this baby hair. She on a damn lace front. She was like in 2nd grade. She on a lace front wig. Baby ain't got nothing wrong with her hair because I've seen her hair. She on a lace front wig. Now that's some self-hatred at its finest. Just saying.
I know that's hard. I just think sometimes it's hard when we have to, when you go digging for something. As much as you want to put that shit on a white man, it'd be a black person sitting right there pushing the shit.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
That's hard.
That's hard.
That's hard to deal with. It's hard to really look at that and take responsibility for pushing that imagery on our babies.
Yeah.
You know, it's much easier to say the white man, then we can go all have some seats and continue it on because, you know, we really believe in it too. But so with that being said, what about all these missing black girls in Chicago? I know they ain't got shot by the police, and it's not that important to activists on keyboards, but all these black girls being missing, and then in the world, in the United States, half of all missing people are black girls and women.
Right.
But why ain't there no outcry? Why we ain't out boycotting, say, in our own goddamn streets, walking up and down? Why we don't have no angels, the guardian angels? Why we ain't formed that shit? Why we haven't done that? And I'm just saying in general. Because there ain't nothing to just have your opinion and be on Facebook or social media or camping out in front of the goddamn DA's office on one person that got shot and all of our kids have experienced some kind of trauma. That's something that we can control. Can't control the DA. Don't know. I think there's some ways you can do it, but I can't say it on air. But what I'm saying to you is, you know, when are we going to get in control of our own? Like these black girls being missing. This is the mother. If the mother go missing, I don't care how strong the black man's penis is. He can't do shit with it but tie it in a knot. Because ain't shit happening.
Right. Yeah.
I got some views, but y'all just speak.
Y'all go ahead.
I got some shit to say, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's getting any light because people really don't give a fuck about the black woman, and that includes some black men. I'm gonna be all the way real. They want to distinguish the black woman. They want to get rid of her. Every commercial has a mixed couple. It's either a mulatto woman with the black man or a black woman with the white. You very rarely see black women, physically black women in any type of anything. So they want to bring. So also the disrespect, the way we're not respected. And the way people are allowed to respect us, they want us to disappear.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't even really respect each other. Not for real.
We respect the black man, though, to a degree.
I'm talking about black women to black woman.
Okay.
To a degree.
I'm talking
to a degree. Women. So, yeah, because I don't roll with people like that. But what I will say that, I agree. But I do think that we are acting out like that, like kids do when you don't care about them. They act a goddamn donkey.
Yeah.
That's when you see that real badass kid in the street that doing something like, what's wrong with him? He didn't produce himself. That comes from somewhere. He's trying to get your attention. Yeah. That's why I think we're always, not all of us, but ratchet on TVs. And I watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, they still tripping. You know, like, it's like, dude, don't none of y'all get along and open up a business? Can you show us doing some shit together? But that may not get no ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
like the City of Angels. Nobody even know what that show is, but that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. It's a hospital, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It was all black one, kind of like ER or whatever, and it didn't do well.
Was
Because black
Denzel
folks
in
didn't
there?
want to. No, that's my baby's brother. This is
You know you
Christopher
have to share him.
St. John's. Yeah, St. John's. The brother, he was on there. If you look him up,
St. John.
yeah,
He
'cause
did,
he
He just passed. Peace be upon him.
She said he did, right? Okay, peace be upon.
No, I'm trying to make sure I know who we talking about.
And I think I think we have a lot of beautiful things happening with us, and I get that. But I also think, y'all, we can't really be celebrating if we know that we are in a hostile environment. It's kind of like you having cancer and you want to party all night, but meanwhile the cancer is taking over your whole goddamn body because you don't stop and cut it out.
And all your limbs starting to fall
And
apart.
all your limbs starting to fall
Your
apart.
dragon look like the Walking Dead.
That's real talk. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like we gotta bring that stuff up. And I know it's not popular, but
easy. Yeah.
you see some comments, kiddies. I'm sorry.
Y'all read
All the
those.
true people. Okay.
Self-hating teaching, right on point. Being black is at one point being black was about having our features was our big butts, thick waist, rounded bodies, and now look. Self-hating teaching self-hate at a young age. Population control is what Breather Trees Johnson says.
Right on, sis.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now, I
too.
think she was saying, Dana, we do hate each other to a degree.
Yeah.
I think she was responding to your.
Like, for instance, sometimes I see people don't do well if they see a black woman, I don't know, say she have the happy marriage. Some people hate on that shit. That nigga ain't shit no way. Well, that's her nigga that ain't shit, but it ain't for me to say that.
Yeah, why you
God
worried
bless
about
y'all
it?
Yeah, invite me over for dinner.
Well, she eating
Right.
shit, so why you worry about what she doing?
Or you are people hunting after people's husbands. Go
Right.
get your own fucking dick. What's wrong with you?
Right. That's real talk.
He's just like,
I
That's
never understood women being friends with people. Hey, cousin Willie, I never understood people being friends with folks just to fuck with their husband. Like, I think that shit is disrespectful.
yeah.
And I think to me that warrants a good ass whooping. I was gonna say that.
Girl.
That's one of them lock the door.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna ride you like a.
And I remember when we was younger, and there was women in the neighborhood that what the mothers knew was like that. She couldn't come to none of the get-togethers.
Nah.
She didn't come because it was the one woman on the block that was single.
no
or whatever,
morals.
was loose. Her husband might have been at work. She was loose anyway, but she wasn't around nobody.
You just
my
right.
husband can't come help you fix nothing at your house. Mama, they didn't play nothing.
We couldn't even sit on the steps.
Yeah, no.
You
I
gotta wait
remember
to the
that.
next steps to sit down.
I remember that.
Wow.
But you ain't sitting on these goddamn steps.
right.
So
Yeah.
that's all. I just feel like I don't know. But I will say this. I think because of the black woman is how we survived, and the black man should definitely be thanking the black woman because we'll back you up damn near on anything. Pimping, slimping, dimping.
What's slipping? You
Limping.
I love it. Yeah.
Hey, we will back you up. You know, I'm always.
Yeah.
It always makes me think of back in the day where a black man had cheated on his wife with a white woman, and then he ended up being lynched, and his black wife fought for him to have justice. See, shit like that. I mean,
Bless her
Right.
soul.
yeah, but I'm just saying. But you know, it's kind of like we will ride with you.
Yeah.
We will. I mean, we that sense of justice. That's why I was like, yeah, black women, we sometimes get beside ourselves, but we're always on point. Because when you look at
Right.
great movements, we love Dr. King, but if he ain't had none of them damn black women, he would be Dr. Singh. He would be singing some goddamn way in the corner.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like women
Yeah.
always, even with him and Coretta and him cheating on Coretta, she still was right there with him, holding up his legacy. See, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's
and
her
I
husband.
also think I know that shit got to hurt.
Yeah. hell
Yeah.
But-
So
Look at Sister Claire. Yeah.
Don't you stop talking about Miss Claire Mama. But
Right.
I think that's a good case for colorism.
yeah.
Oh, I was talking about the other thing, but yeah.
No, I'm just
But
saying. I mean, we just jumped to
Take it
subjects,
right
but
back to it though.
it came right
That's
back.
the base
So
of
that's
it.
that imagery.
Yeah,
the
that's
base
the-
of it.
Like, you know, he didn't think she was, her image was not going to be enough to bring other black people in because she was just
Right.
too dark.
Right.
Claire was too
probably
dark,
would've
and she
brought
wasn't
it
as
back.
attractive
It
as
probably
what
would have
we-
brought in the best because they would have seen them.
Right
and
on.
The shit would have been further along. We wouldn't all be sitting around here with headpieces on to the back of our head to show our recessive genes or walk around the
Baby
goddamn
hair.
ass like we somebody. I don't want nobody growing with baby hair. It's called baby hair. That's your goddamn sideburns a bit down. That's not baby hair. Grown people do not have baby hair. I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry.
Hey, those are the shits I noticed too,
sorry,
but I
I'm
didn't want
just
to say
tired of hearing
that.
about
I just
baby
know
hair.
I just
I'm
never
so sorry.
seen Claire or like. That's why I think I do have a lot of respect
Yeah.
for the Al Islam people because they love Claire Muhammad. Thank you,
Yes.
Wallace, brother Wallace W. Like he really loved his mother, like straight up.
Yep.
Even though she was very loyal to his father, he loved his mother,
mother.
and he honored her. He kind of did it like Mary. Because Catholics, I don't care what you think about, I don't care if they fucking kids, shit like that, which is bad. You shouldn't be fucking somebody's kids. But they love Mary. Mary is everywhere.
Right.
They're going to respect the woman. Because even if they dog her, they know that they can't make it without her.
Right.
I know y'all. Y'all got to stop me. I can't be doing this. Because I think this is the Millie Jackson influence.
We love
and
you
the Bill,
too,
and
Tina. She said, I love y'all. Y'all
and
have me cracking
this
up.
is about. So
love you
let me
too.
tell you about the comedians I snunk and heard when I was a kid. I think that's what comes out of me sometimes.
You
Real
smoke
quick
and
before you
her.
say
but-
that, y'all, please watch Richard Pryor on Netflix. I think it was 1978 or 76. I just
That's
watched,
my dude,
When I
Richard
tell
Pryor.
y'all, he talking about police beating black people.
Oh, I think I see.
When I was,
That's what we
good one night. I was
Yeah.
watching it, had some spirits.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all, he was talking about shit prevalent right now today in 2019. Richard Pryor. Please watch it on Netflix. I think it was
Okay.
1978 or 77.
I think
Okay.
it was one on 7. Was he on Open Up Sunset Strip? Which one was it? He on the red shirt?
Was it after he blew up or before?
It was a very small audience.
I think it
But
was
it might be
before.
that, yeah, but it's
Before.
y'all.
Let me tell you why I said that. That's why you can't cut off the wisdom from your ancestors. So if you think like, oh, we young and this ain't the same, shut up. It's absolutely the same thing.
same.
America ain't gonna change. It has a system that works. Why would it change it up?
Change it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so what I was gonna say about that, when I was growing up, I heard people like Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Millie Jackson with her nasty mouth. But sometimes that's why you hear me talking like that, because people respond to those. That's why the first languages the words you learn in the language is cuss words, because the vibration is different.
Right.
And it make you
It's
go
a
like,
high
what?
vibration.
The vulgarity.
Believe it or
Yeah,
not.
it just is something different.
Yep.
You said something,
Catch your
Khadijah?
ear. No, catches you.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is that so sometimes when you hear me talk like that, what I loved about those comedians, and a little different from now, and it's just my opinion, is that they said some funny stuff, but it was so real in humor. And I don't see that today. I love Kevin Hart. Don't see that with Kevin Hart. I love.
Only people I see it from.
Did
today
y'all
a
see
little
his
bit is
Black
the young
History
youth.
special?
He keeps it real. He
You know,
traded his
he
life
was
away.
never funny for me
Yeah,
earlier.
I'm
But
saying,
now I can
he's
see
more
that.
He's
more political.
He say some shit.
I agree.
Thank you for saying something, dear. I'm glad somebody recognized. He's about the only one I can think of
I
now that
agree.
really
I
did.
can't
Did y'all
think of
see
nobody
his
else.
Black History special?
Who?
Kevin
Kevin
Hart.
Hart.
I started watching it. But
What
for
you
me,
thought about it?
I thought it was him making buffoonery but calling it Black History. I didn't like it. I didn't like when a white boy said it's high tension in here. Just you could tell when other people write our stuff, and then because I love Kevin Hart, but I do think he's a bit of a jackal. Like I think he really is
The
like
minstrel show.
yeah, he's a minstrel. He's a walking minstrel show, and we're from the same hometown, hometown, and yeah, girl, no, hometown.
Just playing.
We both from Philadelphia. No, we both from Philly. Y'all get mad at me for Philly. I'm just talking shit. But I feel like he makes light of things. Like, you'll never see no Jewish people sitting next to a survivor of a Nazi
Tina
people.
says agreed.
Yeah, sitting next to a Nazi criminal and joking about shit that's happened to Jews in the Holocaust. Not gonna happen.
Right.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I hope the key word today is not gonna happen. And so I feel like that's why I don't really care too much for him, because I think he need to have a visit from some of those conscious Crips and Bloods out there and put this fool up on game. I think we missing it to stop
Kanisha
him.
says I started watching it, but had to stop for the same reason.
Oh my God, I thought it was just me. Because anybody who knows me, I watch all the stuff black. I mean, for real,
So
y'all.
did y'all see it past the point when he told the
I
little
couldn't go
boy
that
to
high.
go in the room?
I haven't watched
And he just
it.
told
I
him.
haven't
His
watched.
daughter, y'all seen
I
that too.
haven't watched
And
it.
she joked right there. See, for me, this
I didn't sit there and watch
Right.
it, but my granddaughter did watch it though.
gotta watch the things your kids is watching, because
Yeah.
then you be wondering why they so lackadaisical and wearing a black face.
Input directly affects your output.
Yeah, that's true.
Did somebody say that, or that's you?
That's me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
you thought
were
she was
reading.
reading
I thought she was
those.
reading.
Input directly affects
And let me tell you why I say that.
You know, we don't even realize it.
It's this
Yeah.
thing
I
about,
like that stuff. I
like I think Nickelodeon, all of them are damaging for black kids. Don't have your kids watch that stuff. That sets the tone to back up white supremacy in the form of colorism. So
Yeah.
I always say, no disrespect, Farah Muhammad and Jesus is like racism and colorism. That's the best way I can put it.
Ooh,
Because you
like,
get
yeah.
all that from an image. You look at Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and all that stuff, even Wildin' Out. You know, I look at the girls on there, none of them is dark-skinned.
Well, look at
Yeah.
Nick Cannon.
But look at Nick's retarded ass. So anyway, I'm just saying. And even he tried to be conscious of, like, Nick, open up some hospital, pimp. Open up some supermarkets.
Sell one of those chains that's
Yeah.
$200,000
Yeah.
up and down
And
grocery
then you trying to
store.
be deep talking about our struggles. Some of y'all is fighting to be the white man. I get that too. So
Yeah.
when his head roll, you roll just like that.
Just
like that.
Yeah.
It didn't
Just like that.
Wait, I heard that beat in my head.
Yeah.
What's happened
Just
with
like that.
Liam? Did we talk about Liam Neeson?
Neeson said he admits to starting to kill a black random
Black bastard is what he
black
said.
bastard. Ooh, damn.
Yeah, when something happened to one of his
got
friends.
assaulted, he said he was out looking to
Isn't he Irish?
Yeah.
And how many niggas is still? I mean, excuse me, damn. How many black folks are still gonna go support this man in the movies? Because I didn't
They
really.
defended him on Facebook,
Yeah.
saying he was upset and someone had just been hurt. They defended him already.
Again,
Yeah.
I have to use the example of people I know white people respect. You will never hear a Jew condoning a German of this is why I want to put someone in the oven because the Jews cheated me out of some money. They're like, I don't give a fuck if the motherfucker stole your money.
Right.
You don't get to kill one of us.
Right.
You get to make sure there's
Yeah.
justice. This little racist
If he would
piece
have
of
said
shit.
a dog, I see somebody been on Facebook. If he would have said a dog bit his child, he was out looking to kill dogs. Peter, everybody would have been protesting. He'd been shut out of. And that
Yes.
is so
Yeah.
true.
He be
Yeah,
out of
that's so
business.
true.
Why do we
Yeah.
always race to defend them? Is that a part of the complex of colorism and racism?
What is that? Stockholm syndrome?
No,
That's
that's
called
dumb
dumbass
nigga.
syndrome. You just dumb as hell.
Yeah.
You are dumb as hell. I'm gonna call it what it is.
Yeah.
That's
Why we both say dumb? And I'm about to bring I mean, that's dumb as hell. She said that's called dumbass syndrome. I couldn't come up with a word for it.
I'm sitting here. I'm gonna say we went to a thing last night. We had a good time, brought a show, a good time. But one of the younger girls here was like, "Well, I want to hear Cardi B. I don't really listen to her, so I don't know her songs." But she put on some song that wasn't her, but the song was like, I was dancing to the beat, and the girl was like, "Rip my ass, lick my pussy." I said, "Wait, what? Rip my ass?" And as I'm listening,
What?
Rip my pussy is what she said. Rip my ass. Now I'm a history buff, so I go back to slavery when our ass really was ripped over from slavery and rape.
Yeah.
But y'all singing like this shit is cute and it's so normal. So
Right.
it's not Stockholm syndrome. It's just dumbass syndrome.
Yeah.
At some point, we can't put reference everything back to. We know we have enough history, enough devices, enough tools to be able to research anything. We know this shit is not right.
Right.
It's not normal.
But we don't
it's
have no courage.
inappropriate. It's
And no value.
ridiculous. We know it. So we cannot say Stockholm. We can't say nothing. It's just
We can say
dumbass
go
syndrome.
home and sit your ass down and think about it.
Yeah.
Syndrome.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Or go home and don't even say nothing.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
Stop
sometimes you
talking.
just don't, sometimes you just need to be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Most of the damn
Yeah.
time. I know I need to shut up a lot.
But I would say this. I'm so glad he said that in the interview though, so that maybe somebody would check his ass for real and not know, because he wanted to do from Seinfeld when he told the dude nigga and we would be drinking from a tree or whatever. Negroes, including Paul Mooney, and I love Paul Mooney, but it's like nigga, come on, Paul, I only go so far with you, but you don't condone that shit, and they're gonna talk about you nigga-damas. Like nigga, who you talking to?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not so funny. If you the last warrior we got, we in trouble.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'll take
yeah.
Richard Pryor any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Cause you kind of
Yeah.
suspect anyway. I watched that celebrity roast. I heard the things they said about you. Go
He
ahead.
always wore black lipstick. That shit wasn't just joint lips. He had lipstick on. I'm just joking.
Who had lipstick on?
I can't.
See, Khadijah, now you got me like,
So
what?
okay, so while we on him, so we talked about him. I mean, I love when people tell us who they are. We just gotta proceed accordingly.
Right.
You know what I mean,
A devil you know
What about
is
keep
better
the,
than
what
a
about
devil
keep
you
the
don't know.
sleep? And this petition here we go again. Black folks and black men and saving people who we should probably let go ahead and go to sleep. I guess this dude is sick and they trying to do a petition to get him out of jail.
To keep him from going to serve.
Yeah.
He's supposed to serve by the censors or something, so they want him to. They had a petition going around to keep him out of jail. I guess it worked. They gave him 60 more days or something like that. But what's your opinion on that? Because he did a lot of offensive music to the black community, and a lot of the high school movements out.
Well, I don't know if you should go to jail for offensive music.
No.
But
I said,
what-
wait. I'm
He
not
committed
saying,
crime.
Wait.
But he
He
probably should
committed
go
a
to jail for
crime,
Right.
But I'm saying because he's sick now, they want to keep him out of jail.
So something I read, and I did not read the whole thing, so let me put that out there. But, because I don't want to start making up stuff. But y'all tell me if this is true. Is it that he had a gun because he was trying to defend himself, or he had to defend himself, or no? Is it more deeper than that?
I don't know.
I'm listening. Tell me, because I don't. You know the story.
I don't know the story, but what I do know is that I know the impact of people like him.
Hold on. Yes, I have a problem with that. I feel he's very disrespectful to the black woman.
Okay, I feel
Well, some
you,
black women are
but
okay
I'm
with that
talking
because
about
they
the
condone it.
crime.
They're
But
co-conspirators.
Tina, I feel you
But
on
I
that.
agree with you, Tina.
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree
with
with
you
you.
on that too.
But I think that's part of the problem because you know what? He came out of a black mama and black women buy his music. You feel what I'm saying?
And black women probably,
Well, what
and I
songs do
bet
we
you
sing?
80 of them
I don't
100
listen to
I don't know what
signatures.
he's saying.
I bet you 80 of them 100 signatures came from a black woman.
So is he from?
He's from Sac. He's local.
Did he do music from the 90s or now?
I think in the
early
2000s,
because
yeah.
my nephew is to us stuff. It's nothing that
What's
I
a popular song you
wouldn't-
sing?
not my kind of
I don't
music,
listen
not
to
my
this shit.
hip-hop.
That's why I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
See, I don't
couldn't
know.
tell you.
I know it was very. It was
I
doing a little
just-
hyphy movement,
Yes.
trying to get the kids. You know, it was doing that. Let's pop pills and all that kind. It was doing that era, the Mac Dre era, all that
Oh
kind
wow!
of stuff. So.
But I was just trying to get to what was the crime? I just know it was a gun charge.
Okay, let me
I
just
guess
say
the
this.
big
Go
thing
ahead.
is
Go ahead.
that
Dr.
what we
Type.
really have to, I don't know the guy. Let's be clear. I don't even listen to that music. To be honest, a lot of the rap stuff that we talk about on here, even back in the day, I learned from my sisters sitting at this table. So sometimes that's why I'm quiet. But the thing is, if he committed a crime, and just like we talk about so much with us, especially with our black males, we don't hold him accountable. If this
why we don't
person
feel
needs to
safe.
be put to sleep, put his ass to sleep.
Ooh.
If he committed a crime, he need to go to jail because see, I'm not interested
If
in trying to
you can't
save
do
somebody.
time,
But he's in a
if you
wheelchair now.
can't do, he all right.
Why?
What is that?
He's in a
Let me tell you
Wheelchair.
something. Hold up.
Wheelchair.
Now, this is going to be really personal.
Hold
This
up,
is going to
hold
be
up.
really personal.
Hold on, and not for me, that person. Listen, hold on. Monica Jones says, I don't know his music, but why not let him do house arrest? Now go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
He can do house arrest in the county jail with the rest of the people who commit crime. Will his ass in there?
In there.
Will him in there?
Because if I
Let's
go
go get personal.
and try to get justice on some of the things that happened to me as a child, you gonna put my little stout black ass in jail saying, well, it happened and you shouldn't have killed him. Or you shouldn't have beat him up. You shouldn't have did that.
That's so
You
true.
hold a black woman accountable. You hold us accountable
Accountable.
for shit we ain't had nothing to do with.
That's so true. Like birthing your black ass.
Okay, he in a wheelchair. He
all right.
needs to. He
Is
needs
he
to be held.
paralyzed?
He
needs
can
to be.
roll
He
it.
needs to be held
Is he
accountable.
paralyzed?
Roll
Be
it,
mad.
yeah.
Be mad
He
at me.
can roll up in the jail cell.
He can be held accountable. He's gonna get his health care that I'm not gonna get as a self-employed person and a retired military person. He gonna get all of that.
Tell us how you
Y'all,
really
I'm
feel.
asking y'all. Why you mad at me? I'm asking you. Is he paralyzed?
He in a wheelchair.
I love y'all
So
too
some
much.
part of his legs, some part of his legs. It don't matter what's up. His music was disrespectful. He
You
committed
can't-
a crime.
No, I mean to me,
put that part on
that's like the disrespectful.
I'm gonna put that on
No,
you.
the disrespectful
can't
music
put
is like
the
sprinkles. It's like
disrespect.
sprinkles on the
You
cake.
can't put-
That's what it's like.
You
It is.
can't say you're wrong. You
No,
can't
you
say
are- no.
the
I
music
think-
disrespect
I think-
don't go to jail.
No, I don't say that.
I said,
No, that I think the disrespectful is just the sprinkles
It's
on the
just
cake.
the
That's it.
sprinkles.
My
It don't really have to
He
do with
committed
that.
a crime.
What she said, sprinkle me, man.
Sprinkle me, man. Okay, my sisters, we have some comments. Y'all see how real this get? Woo!
This
Yeah,
one
ma'am.
here.
Yeah, she done riding.
Girl, I'm so tired of
Nah,
it.
I'm such a
Kyrie
comedic
shells
person.
around her neck gave her power, and she was like,
Okay.
She if I
stand
go
you
out there
I
and commit a
can't
crime,
stand
nobody's gonna care that I put in 23 years in the military, that I signed a contract to take a bullet. I am going to do that time.
Can
So
I
just
ask
because just because
If you paralyzed, okay, well, so they gonna give you a badge?
they gonna give him a badge. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm trying to figure it out what's happening really.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I got
I'm trying to figure out what's going
Let me
on.
get to these comments, please. So Monica Jones says, it's too real for me to say. Monica Jones says, the amount of money to provide him health care in jail is one reason to do house arrest. Robin Black says, yes, he's paralyzed. Thank you, Robin.
Ooh.
And Tina McClain said,
Oh,
roll
my
him down
God.
the rib. And Willie, my
Oh,
cousin
he
Willie
is
said, that's right.
paralyzed.
If he did the crime, he should do the time.
That's right, Beretta.
Ooh.
And you know,
no.
I think that is such a heated topic
agree right
because we
now.
know that over close to 50% of people locked up are black men
Right.
in particular.
I get
and
that.
so, I don't know if we can really be fair if like we in love with the black man or if he's our son or our husband or somebody who rubs your feet good or,
hold on, we got
or come
a comment.
around.
Well, I
Yeah,
got two
I don't know if we
black
can be
fellas,
fair on that.
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm
The
just saying.
biased part of me, because he's black, I think I would want him to stay out because white people have committed so many crimes. They walk fucking free every day. So that's
And
the
if
black.
he's
Hold on,
paralyzed.
that's just the black side of me. The black woman side of me is like, lock his ass up. He's done a lot of damage. So I'm conflicted. But I really don't care one way or the other because, I mean, it's
Do you think it's wrong, though, that we compare, that we're so fucked up as black folks that we'll be comparing sentences, you know, like, if the white man don't get away with it, and he raped 50 women, so should the black man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? I can see if you saying, hey, we don't get house loans. Hey, we ain't gonna get jobs at the state. Hey, why don't we be fighting for motherfuckers who are tearing up our damn community?
I get what you're saying. You know what? Something was wrong with me. Let me tell you something. You
something was wrong with your baby or something was wrong with you?
Something wrong with me.
Okay.
Why was I mad? I mean, why was I happy? And this is wrong, but I'm gonna admit it.
Be true to yourself.
I'm gonna be true to myself and y'all too.
Okay.
Why was I so happy when OJ got off?
That's different.
That's different.
That's one case. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it wasn't.
And
Back
that's-
in Khadijah. No. You know what?
But it's wrong when you think
I don't
about
think
it.
so. Let me explain that.
It's not wrong.
Let me
It's
explain
not
that.
normal.
It's no. I think that was the one time where I seen most black people be on one accord because what we knew is historically that black men would be lynched for doing anything like looking at a white woman or walking across the street carrying the groceries to the front door instead of the back door, dumb shit like that. I think for once, we didn't really give a fuck about OJ. I don't even fucking know OJ, okay? But what I knew is that we watched him before the world beat a system that had been beating us.
Yeah.
Do I think he killed Nicole? And be honest, I don't know no Negroes or niggas or coloreds or whatever the fuck OJ is who can kill somebody that neat by himself.
Right.
That's why I think did he pay somebody? I don't know. That could be. But I think OJ is not a killer. White people can kill you and slice you up like salmon fillets and lay your ass out. But black people, we ain't handy like that.
Right.
I think we just like, here's one of us, even though he really didn't give a fuck about us.
He beat the system.
We feel like he beat the system. That's all.
And that's why I said, but the sneak thing, that's part of me, like, if he doesn't do the time, like, he beat the system, you know what I mean? But the other part of me is, I don't even know what the hell his crime is. I don't follow him.
I don't know. That's why I was trying to ask you.
But
I don't even.
We have a comment.
Okay.
Willie says, I'm tired of... Willie said OJ did it.
Okay.
I don't know.
He also says, I'm tired of all these jailbirds sucking up all our money and taxes, healthcare, and food. They need to just get bread and water.
But y'all do.
I think they need to be fertilizer, but that's just me.
Can I ask y'all a question? I know, like
That could be the British part of me. I found that out last night.
I know you should talk about that.
No, I ain't talking about that.
So you don't want nobody to know?
No.
Okay.
No.
The state prison and the federal prison. Y'all, them prisoners do a lot of work, don't they?
That's great. Because they do
What
a lot
else
of work
should
out
they
the
be
street.
doing in there? We're feeding their ass. They got to run their electricity, paying all those guards. What
But
else should
are
they be
we
doing?
feeding them, or are they
It's
working
a
for it, right?
program, so we're feeding them. It's coming out by damn taxes.
The government is making money, y'all.
Hell
That's good.
yeah.
Because somebody got to pay for all these programs with Negroes on the outside, soak up all the welfare system. You know, I can see if they was getting welfare and they volunteering at their kids' school and they keeping the front of their house clean. They helping old people go to the groceries. I can see that. But I think we do have a portion of American society that all they do is have babies and suck up the goddamn resources.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to talk about the immigrants. At least half of them motherfuckers work. Because who else going to go pick them goddamn tomatoes? I'm not going out there and picking tomatoes. I'll get a tomato plant where I can pick it in my backyard. See, I think we don't really want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Some of us can't even clean our own damn house, so we know we're not going to do maid service. We know we're not going to get a job being a janitor. Hell, most of us don't even want to have a job flipping flipping hamburgers. We want to be the damn manager. And you can't even count.
Let's flip into the Serena.
Oh,
That's Serena
that was
Williams.
hot. That was hot right there.
Let's get to that. So, Lana, go ahead and I'm curious. Then you had a question. You never asked. I'm going to cut your damn question off.
I forgot what it was, girl.
That's why I got my sister here. Y'all get crazy.
No, what was we just talking about?
You talked about something about. So Dana, let me just say
It's
this.
so much stuff, y'all.
I swear to God, can keep going. Let me say this. I do think. Let me tell you why I love you on the show. First of all, you I love you, but I love the fact that you're honest because you hold a lot of positions that black women hold but don't talk about.
Right.
Because we're afraid somebody like me gonna be like, rah, 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 and then they like, oh shit, and they shrink it down.
Dana has learned not to pay. You know what I was saying.
No, she's not really, but I'm glad you hold your stance. You don't be like, well, like if you're honest and say, hey, I have a son, or some of us come from people who went to jail, and even though they did horrendous shit to our community, we still want them to get the respect that they couldn't get to their own community. See, I don't think it's a coincidence that in the black community in particular, we had this thing called crack, and when you start talking about it, we immediately put it on the white man who did fly that shit in here, unless you were Frank Lucas and you bribe somebody, you use the government to bring shit in there.
Right.
But it says something why people want to get the fuck away from us because we don't have no value on us.
Yeah.
Like most people who went to jail for that didn't pay taxes on the drug money. That's why they went to jail, because they didn't get their cut to Oxan.
Right.
But they did not come back out and help their community. Be like, y'all fucked up, even though, it's a conspiracy. This is the part I played in it. So let me go ahead and help these young brothers.
Freeway come back and do lectures.
So I get
What you say?
Freeway Rick Ross come back and do lectures.
And books.
This motherfucking water.
Y'all listen, Ro, I get what you're saying. You got to know that I get that. At the same time, though, too, I feel like justice is really not okay. Like, for example, there are a lot of black men in jail now. Let's say just even based on weed. Why they still in there?
But there's a lot of black men that did shit too.
And I work, and I'm with you. And I'm with you. I feel both. I feel all of y'all too.
Already be like, open up the jails and let all their ass out. No, some of them need to be there.
However, I work for the federal government. Not like that's a big thing.
So you're helping the federal government oppress your people?
No, listen.
Danny, you a hypocrite, boo.
No.
But y'all, all of that furniture, all of the furniture and all of the buildings
great.
all downtown. No.
What about it?
Great.
But so
'Cause
when
they
we
make it, right?
no, but when we say, first of all, the welfare system is only 2% of the GPD or
It's enough percent to take
GDP.
shit out. I better have
No,
some
it's
damn
only
firemen when I'm
2%, y'all. So it's like it's only 2%. So these people, they're not just sucking up so much of the system like, oh, we have to pay so much for these people. These people is paying their way.
What people?
The people that's in jail.
No,
I don't know about
no.
county. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about county.
But here's
'cause
my
I can't
thing.
talk
Here's
about
my
county.
thing that I can see what you're saying as a government employee who gets paychecks, get money from the government. So I think I understand.
It's not free. I have to work.
No, you don't really work.
Yes, I do.
No, this is what I'm saying. You don't really work
Who don't really
because
work?
the government pay you. So you don't really, if you're getting paid and you're working, that's a payout. That's an equal pay. That's why you get paid. That's why we all get paid.
Right.
You do something, so it's not like you got paid for
Almost
that.
like a trade.
It's like a trade-off.
It's like a
This,
barter.
that's the same point I'm trying to make about those prisoners.
No, you cannot, Dana. I know you ride or die for whatever, and I don't even know why you do it. But my thing is, when you commit a crime, Dana, you have to pay for it. I see. You here's the thing.
So you don't think
better
there's
be
not
glad
fair
it's-
Hey, hold on, stop, y'all. Dana's saying by them doing labor in jail, they're paying for their prison.
No,
stay. That's what she's saying.
They're paying.
restitution.
No. Listen. But what I'm saying
tell
to
me
you
what
is, I
question
agree. What I'm saying to you is, no, they're paying the government. They're not paying for their crimes. They're paying, no, because we pay a government to govern us. Part of it is prison, Dana. Okay? Part of it is prison. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is when you commit crimes like sell dope that decimated our community, I know you don't really have, I'm just going to be honest, I know you don't really care for black people. You think we're supposed to take it for the team.
No,
No, because that's what I hear. So let me just say that.
But that's
my thing
wrong.
is that people who committed crimes, when 50% of black girls and women are missing, or all shit that happened to them,
They should pay.
No, they don't, because for you're saying if they doing work for the government, somehow
That's
they're
not-
getting paid.
No.
Okay, I'm all fucked up then, because
Right.
I don't even know what that
Right,
means.
right.
Hold on, Khadijah, help me. What you gonna say, Khadijah?
I was finna let Dana understand where he was coming from.
Okay.
So Dana, you're saying by them being in there doing labor, they're paying for their stay there.
What I'm saying is,
That what you're
I
saying?
understand
No,
what
no,
you
no,
said
no,
about
I'm
people
trying-
need to do
no,
their
so-
time.
No, Dana, don't just answer the question.
But when we made the comment, somebody made the comment that
They take up money.
I'm tired of them sucking
Pay
up
up
the money in
you're
the health
saying-
care.
Okay, so listen, Dana. So you're saying they're not really because they're working in there and that's paying for their stay.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is what Londa's saying. She get that part.
and they
So
should
listen,
pay
Dana,
for their time.
listen.
'Cause she gonna
We
listen
get
to
that part. Now Londa's saying, what about the fucking
Victims
crime they committed?
to
What
the
are they
people they
paying for
committed to.
that? Because
That's what
they're
I'm
paying
trying
for
to say.
their
Are they
working-
in jail, right?
No.
This-
Go
you're
ahead.
missing the part.
You
Now-
missing the
Okay.
point.
Yeah,
Now you see
so-
what I'm
Okay,
saying?
bring it
That's
to
what
me.
she's
Let me
trying-
be
that's
quiet
the
and let
point
me
she's trying to
listen.
tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're paying for their stays or not. They may not be in our pockets directly according to you because they're working and they're paying for their stay, but they still have to they still have to do some type of punishment for their crime.
Outside of doing prison time.
Right.
Yeah,
because
because
that's
they're-
up between them and the white people.
Yeah,
That's just be
what
honest.
she's saying.
Okay.
So
That's
y'all-
okay.
and
I
I,
get
I think
that.
that's a hard
Yeah,
sell
that's why y'all
because
was
we ain't
missing
never
each other.
governed nothing.
Right.
We ain't never governed nothing. I'm glad we have. Now I'm gonna say this is gonna sound fun. I'm glad we don't govern our own shit because we don't have a sense of justice when it comes to each other. I'm
No,
so
we
glad.
don't.
I'm so
don't.
glad we are not like
We
the
don't.
Asian people and shit like that, because our communities will be in chaos, kind of like it is
Mm-hmm.
right now. Because we don't. In Chinese culture, you steal some shit, they cut off your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell motherfuckers? This person's a thief. When you
Yep.
see they only got 3 hands and 3 fingers instead of 4, 5. It says something. We'll do more covering up because we're worrying about how it's going to look. And then all these predators, black folks have more predators in our communities than probably any other goddamn community that support it. We support that person who sold drugs to people and feel sorry. We want to have him to be a restorative justice. Restore what? He didn't even fucking restore the shit he did to people. He hasn't even made an attempt to at least help clean it up or talk to young brothers instead of giving excuses. Man, I sold that. We're the only motherfuckers who talk about moving weight like the shit is like graduating from a college.
So I get
We're the
what
only
you're
motherfuckers
saying.
to do that. We're the only motherfuckers that pimp people. Our kids get pimped, and we the motherfucker protecting the pimp, motherfucking helping him get motherfucking pimp.
So do we understand each other now?
I don't know. I get it. I
Okay.
think, Dana, that's why I say I think you represent a lot of black women who feel that way, which is why
Who feel what way?
To feel the way you feel, like they're not a burden. They're working for theirs, motherfucker. We got to house you.
Yeah.
And hold on, here's the other part. Now I may back you up on this part, Dana. And this is the part I was in my
We
kid.
could buy stock in the prison. It's
I
a
don't have
big
problem with it.
business.
No, I agree, but here's the thing. So was slavery. And let me say this: if we
That's
know
wrong.
America
That's
is
slavery.
founded on, hold on, but
How
it's,
is
but,
it slavery?
but it's
Okay.
more like a
wait.
voluntary slavery. And let me explain myself. And we know that America is found off of a slave labor. We know that.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell we're going to compete with China, who pay their people 10 cents a day or some ridiculous shit like that. So nobody in America is going to work for 10 cents a day, especially when you got a welfare system that gives you some money. So what you do is that you go to jail. So if you know you have a country that makes all of its money off your defects, please commit that crime so I can lock your ass up at 18 and have you till you're 50. That's all I'm saying.
And they started in school by marking your kid as special ed. Okay, anyway.
Say that again. No, say that
I said,
again.
then they start off in school by marking your kid as special ed.
And we
in
back it
elementary
up.
School, and then we sit in there and anyway,
Let them do the shit.
I'm not
Go
even-
ahead.
Anyway, because
Go ahead.
I've been in schools all week, and
Yeah.
I hear I'm in there fighting harder for the kids than their parents. And I'm trying to tell the parents they're marking your child to set him up later. That's that pipeline to prison. But
Yeah.
y'all don't get it. You're trying to combat me. I'm trying to tell you don't let them live with your baby. This is a baby.
Right.
He
Yeah.
still has things to learn. That's why you're in school. School is a learning institute. You learn things. You're not supposed to come and have everything together as a goddamn kid.
But no other people takes their
And
kids
we
to
also
the
can't
enemy.
put it all into. Also can't put all our trust in them to teach us
That's why you
what
got to
they
be on
need
the
to
damn
know.
campus.
Right
That's
on.
why you got to be on the
That's
campus.
why we got these programs. Yeah.
Colette says most of the folks on welfare are not black. It is not a walk in the park.
Right.
Some may use the funds for a little bit, but most don't. The funds they receive are pennies on the dollar. As far as jail is concerned, I'll work with both men and women behind the walls, and the work that they do for corporations is slave labor.
I agree. Let me just say this. I don't care about the other people on welfare. No disrespect to you. I think, again, we got to stop comparing ourselves to other groups. When, if a white man go to jail, that shit don't affect me. But when a black man or woman go to jail, it affects me directly because I'm probably working with their kids. So it's okay to govern oneself.
Right.
And I know that's hard for us because we ain't
No, I
never
get
governed
that.
ourselves before. I know that that's hard. I watch a struggle with that. That's one thing. The other thing is don't volunteer. I don't like to compare us doing stupid
slavery,
shit to
because
get
it's
in
not the
jail
same goddamn
and to go to
thing.
slavery.
It's
They
not
ain't
the
cutting
same
off
thing.
people's foots in jail.
Yeah.
They ain't lynching motherfuckers in jail. I just think we gotta take
And the slaves wasn't not doing shit to get locked up to be a voluntary slave.
Right
so we
on.
have to stop comparing
Compare it, 'cause
motherfuckers
it's
that sold
disrespectful.
dope, that pimp
Yeah,
women,
that's so
that
true.
beat on their women, that murder people, that bring havoc and traumatize communities, and then say they have slave labor. No, they're paying for their fucking crime for those that really
Yeah.
committed it. So
Right.
stop comparing with what our ancestors went through for criminal-minded, lazy Negroes that want to take the quick way out, earn a quick buck,
Yep.
didn't want to put in no time and do no real work, did some foolish shit to get some quick money. Now they doing long, hard time. Not
Right.
the same thing.
Yeah, right
Not
on,
the same
sis.
thing.
I think that's why.
And
I think
not
that's why
only
other
that-
people don't take it
Peace,
seriously
Danielle.
either. Your peace, sis.
Peace,
Yes.
queen.
Hello. And not only that, believe it or not, there are some in there that, there's a little switch that may go off in their brain. And as ugly as and hurtful as it may be that our black men are locked up, blah, 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 and all that, there are resources in there
They get
That they
degrees
get.
and every damn thing and don't pay for it.
that
I'm
they
just saying,
don't.
though,
I forgot all about
they get
that.
a lot of resources.
They get a
kids-
lot of
Some people
resources.
use that time to come out better. Some people
That's
that are
true.
people
Like
that are
Dr.
using
Mills.
it.
Like Dale
Most people
McKinney.
that are leeches in the
Like Dale
community are
McKinney.
fucking bums in
Bums
jail.
in jail.
The
Right
people
on.
that
They are
was
who they
there
are.
really trying
Yeah.
to earn something in the streets and go to jail, they keep that same hustle. That's why they come out with their degrees and they come out and change the community.
That's
the
real
ones
talk.
that was bummed or leeches on the streets, they bum leeches in jail. They don't
Jail.
use none of that time to better themselves in there.
Or they think of the way, right?
To break more crimes.
But I agree. I just feel like we gotta just have more respect for our ancestors. That's all. That's my pet peeve.
Stop putting that,
and not compare us where we are right now to them. I'm just saying.
A 15-year-old boy in prison for life for having a dime bag of weed.
That's wrong.
That's slavery. I agree with you. But a motherfucker that's 44 years old, that's pimping 12-year-old girls, that's not no goddamn slavery. Had that nigga outside from sun up to sundown digging in the fields. I feel no sorrow for him. That's not the same thing.
Put to sleep.
That's not the same thing.
That's wasting my tax dollars.
That's the
in
difference
my
between
She said
inmates.
it's not your tax.
That's why all inmates are not the same. That's all. I get
It's
your
2%. It's 2 cents on every 100. It's 2 cents on
But
every
hold on,
100.
I'm gonna say this, Dana. But my dollars go into their budget, which funds their whole thing. I get your argument. You should try to be a conservative because they're probably the conservatives don't want you to say that. A Democrat, you make a good Democrat. But what I'm saying is,
No, I'm
I'm just saying, no. I'm saying when you're talking though right now, you sound like a Democrat. It's only 2%. It's on any part of my money is wrong. I don't care if it's 2% or 70%. Do not use my money for that shit.
But we
use
should
my money to find these black girls that's missing.
But we should use that same passion and energy to talk about where the money really going. Which is to fight wars that we don't have no business to be in.
Some of that money, some of the money go for people to smuggle that shit in here so we can all get high. That's where some of that fucking money is going.
And we should be passionate about that, not like the 2%.
Your shit gonna get cut off.
Huh?
Yeah, huh? Some of us not gonna do that shit because we like getting illegal drugs and shit like that. Come on, Dana.
Okay, like, you doing the some thing. You talking about some people.
No. I'm always doing the some.
Right.
But I'm saying, when you look at a budget and you come out with this 2%, I'm like this, Dana, any part of my money is a problem on people who, I'm glad they earn their own keep. Since they couldn't do it out on the street. Mm-hmm. As just a decent human being. I don't want them to be an extraordinary human being. I want them to be a decent human being. Mm-hmm. When I look at 50% of black girls being missing, I bet you that it ain't no Klans member kidnapping all these motherfuckers. Right. It's some people who look like us doing the shit.
Yeah. Slave catchers.
But I agree with you.
I agree with what you're saying,
I agree with you. Y'all, this is shit. This is
Y'all
good.
better go and listen to that J. Cole CD when he talking about, it'll come back to me. I was lost my thought. But J. Cole, it hit right. This is what y'all just said. Yes.
Right on.
Oh, he said, it's 2018. Let me pick what I'm funding from an app on my screen. He's saying he want to know where his tax dollars go. Right. Because it's 2018. I should be able to pick what I'm funding with my taxes through my screen.
Yeah. And what's that one term they had in our boys' documentary? Something dividends, and when they asked the man to break it down, the motherfucker couldn't break it down because it's really a game of putting you in a circle, so you'll never know where your money goes. Yeah, but it's more like he'll break it down, then the dude said, "But what about this?" I said, "Well, no," and then he said, "I just really can't." One of Michael Moore's things about the money, I can't remember which one it is. So we know that part of this is a pimp game, but I think because we're not acting like we're human beings that can govern ourselves, that's how we get got. Because I'm pretty sure all Asian people don't pay half the tax dollars that we do.
Sister Colette said, no problem with not comparing us to others. We must be accountable to our own. Yes, however, we do not live in a vacuum. With the prison system, in my opinion, folks should be paid according to the work they're doing across the board. They're prisoners.
Yeah. Why can't we say that for people on the outside? Well, I just think, again, and no disrespect, I hear what you're saying, but I think, why would we be paying them when they've already committed a crime? I can see if you say maybe their money that they earned will go to the families that they violated. Can we do that? Unless you really don't care about black people, and that's okay too.
Just the thing is, they're really not getting paid. They're doing the stuff for free. So when we say that,
she's saying they should be paid.
That's what she's saying.
Well, so they do get like something a little small stipend.
Shit on their books.
But
what? Beer?
Huh? A free beer?
You didn't see the movie. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. But what I'm trying to say is, y'all, when I say that they're working for it, all of that furniture and all of those license plates and all of that stuff that they pushing out into the system, people are making money off of that.
And can I ask you a question?
So it's not like we're saying, like, if we're complaining about, and I get it, that there are certain programs that we don't want to fund, but we're talking about 2 cents on every $100. Compared to $1,000 that you have to purchase one desk unit.
But if we built our own desk unit, we don't even have to fund none of it.
I don't disagree with you on that.
At some point,
but it's two different things.
No, to me it's the same thing. But for you have to see the two things. To me, it's all the same thing. You know why, Dana? Because I don't have time to act like I got options and looking at every single goddamn thing. We are the only group of people who never stood up and asked for reparations and demanded the shit by saying, you know, we won't support any of your shit. I will walk to work. Hell, most of us would be thinner fucking people if we had to sacrifice for real. But when you live in luxury, that's why I think you got to go to other countries. See, in prisons in other countries, they don't give you shit.
Are we still talking about?
Yes, we are. They don't give you nothing, and you still have to work.
Right.
And I'm just saying, for me, this is where I think the difference is. I know in governing oneself, there is sacrifices. One of the reasons why people move away from black people is that we don't do that for each other.
Oh, I know that.
We do not. So even with your 2% off the dollar or a million or the whole pie, something's wrong when we're taking care of a group who's violated their community and the people on the outside can't even survive.
That's right.
So I'm not here to advocate for prisons. I don't give a fuck.
I'm
what
not
happens to
advocating for them
me.
either, but I'm being fair.
No, you're not being fair.
That is fair.
You're having a bias, Dana. You will defend every fucked up thing we do as black people.
No.
You have some logic.
You don't know me that well.
You don't, no, I must know
Because I
you well
wouldn't
enough.
do that.
But you do, Dana, and it's okay to say I do
Let's get
that.
back to this thing here. So let's
It's
see
okay. No, really, it's okay that you do that,
Let's
Dana,
go to
because a
Serena
lot of black
Williams.
women, not all, but a lot of us do that.
I don't know.
Let's
That's
get
okay.
back to this topic up here. My microphone is on.
Okay.
So no, is it
So
on?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
your
maybe battery
microphone is
low.
on.
Yeah.
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 I hear you.
That
Okay,
There you
so
go.
to destroy a race, it says we must remove the alpha male first. Do y'all agree with that?
Say that again.
In order to destroy a race, you have to remove the alpha male first of that race. Y'all think that's true?
I don't, but that's just me.
Why not?
Because I feel like alpha male, what is that? Black men ain't never been no alpha male since he been here.
A woman could be an alpha male, right? No, they call them
No,
alpha,
alpha
females.
females.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just my thought. And it's a video that go with it. It's a white man breaking it down. See, when he broke the shit down, it made sense because I watched alpha white men do all kind of shit to be where he is today. When I hear it from a black man, I'll be like, dude, when have you ever been an alpha male? No, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, y'all. For real, I'm just being honest. But if you think something different, don't be scared, Dana. Say, I
You know
believe in
I
that.
ain't scared.
Yeah,
You know I
I
ain't
believe
scared.
in that because my man can't be free because he's working in the jail. Talk to me about that.
Leave my data alone.
Yeah, 'cause
Leave
that's not my
data alone.
that's not my whole opinion. You
I know
can't
it's not.
just-
It's not.
Yeah, that's
It's
not my
not
whole
fuck with
opinion.
people.
Data alone.
Yo. But no, for real, be honest though.
What?
It's your turn because I already said what I said. No.
Say that question again.
It says to destroy a race, remove the alpha male first. Do you think that's, say everybody want to destroy all the black people. So they had to go find all the black alpha males and kill them, then our race would be over. Do you think that's a true statement?
Well, no, I think to destroy your race, especially if you're talking about the black race, then you get rid of the black women.
Okay. I agree with you.
I mean, my humble opinion.
So do you think there's a conspiracy though to destroy black malehood? Period.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
How do y'all know that? Help me
By
out.
all these men on TV with fingernail polish on, lace front wigs, high heels. I love RuPaul. I do watch his drag race. I don't give a damn what y'all say, but anyway.
Yeah,
And
he's
you like
cute,
that?
too.
You like Big Frida?
Yeah, they entertainers, but I mean, I'm talking about just everyday life. Like even the Housewives, they have their, you know, 'cause to me they give a show. It's a performance. It's like going to go watch ballet. It's a show for me. I'm talking about when men walk around every day in the community with a purse, like a teacher walking around, and he's a guy and he has on fingernail polish and he has a purse, and you know with eyelashes, and he's no. I think it's so absolutely.
What about you, Dana?
Yeah, I think that there is a conspiracy to get rid of the black male. I think that that's why they're gunned down and hunted down in the street. I think that that's why, for example, in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, when a black woman was on welfare, you couldn't have a man in the house. Which I don't even think you would want a man in the
That's
house
what I
if you on
figured.
I'm about to
welfare.
say you're not supposed to do it now. Really, they know. Some people like you can't. Now couples can be on there. But
That's
I mean,
true.
Some people now when I do like house visits stuff, you know, they're like trying to tell the boyfriend to go. I'm like, bro, I've seen him. But yeah,
And then even too, just the interactions or the issues that we have within our own black community. A lot of it is, we can't say it's the white man. It's the interrelationships between, I'm not even talking about a sexual or romantic
that.
one, but there are issues that there's a gap between black women and black men. Some of it is validated and some of it is like, I think we could do better.
So let me ask y'all this.
real quick. Aya Nafia says we're being programmed to.
Ooh.
Yeah, some of us are. I'm just gonna go back to some because I didn't come out of the household where my mom allowed us to be programmed. I just have to be honest when I hear that. No, seriously, I know having May, my grandmother was deaf and mute. She didn't play that shit. I agree. Some of us are, and so I feel like, let me just say this: do you think that there's a specific role that women have to have, and when shit don't go right for black men, somehow the shit fall back on us?
Ooh, girl.
That was kind of loaded, but I'm just being honest.
Wait a minute.
Because black women, we get a lot. We get blamed for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Right on, sis.
She said
Yeah, we get blamed for a lot of shit. Black man don't pull his pants up. This is mama. She ain't teaching right.
Right.
Black motherfucker go to jail. His mama should have told him right. Everything somehow comes back to that goddamn black woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And where do you think that programming? That's a good word, sis. Where do you think we got that programming from?
that's loaded.
That got levels to it.
Because the other thing I want to say, there's like more black women being locked up these days than black men as well.
Yeah.
Netflix too.
Yeah.
Right.
So
we don't go up.
and when it's over for her, it's over for all of us.
I
In the
agree.
church, Ayana P, I'm probably saying it wrong, I'm sorry. In the church, we turn our heads as if we we wouldn't have a choir.
Break that down for me, sis.
Yeah, and then Danielle theme says we program ourselves.
Now you know what, Danielle.
All right, Danielle.
Queen mother who's in seminary school. It's right. I did say right. Seminary. I get fucked up with another one. Sorry. But yeah. Then I was like, yeah, that's why I would say that. Typo. She said it's a typo on there, Khadijah.
Okay.
That program ourselves would insinuate, Danielle, that black people are human beings and they're capable of making their own decisions.
Ooh.
But we ain't supposed to do that because then we can't blame other people.
Ooh.
Bam. So what else? Where do y'all think y'all hit it? Where do we get this programming from? No, because for real, because when you start saying we and I, black folks get nervous as hell.
Well, no, because I just started thinking about all of the different layers of programming. You could get it from your religious. First of all, let's go back to the root. You could get it from relationships or the dynamics you may have witnessed within your family, right?
First program you get is from the womb.
Ooh.
That's why I say be careful what you play your kids. Why people put music to their bellies.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's the first ultimate program. Because you can't have a
Your religious
That
institution?
episode is a 2-part. And the mom was saying when she was pregnant with the girl, I didn't even want her when she was in my belly. The mom, she says I hated her in my belly. And Ayana was like, so she knew she wasn't wanted from the womb.
That's
and
deep.
that baby, she hated her mother. Y'all gotta watch. It's a 2-part series.
Which one is it? What season?
Well,
Or you can tell me later.
But it's
I
It should be on
starts in the
demand.
womb. That's real talk. It starts in the womb.
So that's the only reason why I said that. But what else? Give me
Danielle
some.
said, yes, you got that right.
So your religious institution, definitely.
Okay, let's stop right there. I don't mean to stop right. But what is the job of religion? I'm not saying, because I don't think all religion is bad.
I don't either, but I
think it's how people interpret it and how people translate to other people. But yeah.
Exactly. So I would say your religious institution, whatever that might be, it could be, whoever you married. Maybe certain thing you get some programming from something like that. Or whoever you may follow, or you could get programming from a good book.
TV show.
Yeah.
So does programming work because it has to be a buy-in in there?
You got to in order for it to work, you got to drink the Kool-Aid.
But you hear what I said though?
I'm gonna say sometimes programming is just in our thinking. Like sometimes we program to do things every morning.
Yeah.
That's what get up and it's customary to get up and I'm gonna wash my face and I'm gonna get the corners of my eyes and I wash my face and I gotta make sure I know I drew it right here. So that's a program and we used to doing that every day. Right. So I don't think you have to necessarily buy into it to be programmed. No, I'm saying I think some of us are programmed and don't even know we're being programmed.
What about even driving down the freeway and you don't even
I
don't even remember putting the thing on and getting over. I don't even remember that.
I agree. Yeah. But I was gonna also say, like when you look at sororities and fraternities and they do hazing, that's a programming. But you do do it because you want to be a part of
Yeah,
something.
and they don't even understand that it's programmed. They think
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
That's all I was trying to say with the program. Usually a buy-in.
Then it's a habit.
Robin
It's
says
a way of doing.
Robin says the school to prison pipeline is another attack on the black manhood. Disproportionate amount of black male youth labeled in schools as mental cases. Come on now, Robin.
Yep.
Girl, sorry. Put on meds, suspended, expelled. Come on.
Yeah, this is
That's
Ali's mom.
Woo!
She said
Robin-
program via TV.
program from TV.
yeah.
And Ayana said a lot of churches preach against the looks of homosexuality. TV and school and church.
Why we just get quiet like that for a
I
minute?
know.
Here's the thing. The church also preaches against women being anything other than the goddamn floor.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, and I have to say this because I'm not anti-male, but I think we give them too much goddamn power.
Right.
Where black girls are missing. I've said that throughout the whole thing, but somehow we kept going back to black men. I know it's our thing. I think that's part of the why Serena would say something like, now I'm gonna go to Serena. Why she would say that this white man that she's with, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say white because he's white, let's be honest, and he treated her better than the man that she dated. And then people got all in their feelings because we are programmed to protect the black man, even if it goes against yourself.
That's right.
And I think people was really out of line to get upset with her on her opinion of her experience.
Right.
That's who she's saying the people I dated. She didn't even say black men. This the people. She could have picked on that. She could have named names.
She could have dropped some. But we know some.
But she said the people I've dated. She people that I dated. People was on her about what she said. That was her damn statement. That's her life. Yeah.
And not only that,
but they were trying to
shows
protect the black man, though. Huh?
I shows accountability, though.
Yeah, she
When
talking
you
to
say
herself.
say I dated.
That's real talk.
I dated. When you use I, that's showing accountability.
Like
so
an
when
I statement.
you in your feelings because you can't show accountability.
Real talk.
Yeah. She didn't say, you know, the people that came into my life. Or
she ain't say this
she
brother.
said
She didn't say brother Rashid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Danielle
wait,
says,
yeah.
sisters reading all these books by black male celebrities on their 4th and 5th wife on how to get a man this program.
Oh! Steve Hart.
That's right. I agree. She took it personal, not the black. Yeah, that's so true.
I think people, I just think we, and I also think, what I also heard, what gets me is when people don't look nothing like this woman. And our skin privilege. I thought I'd never use that word. Gonna tell her about her goddamn experience.
Right.
Like if black men treated all black women the same.
Right.
Or we wouldn't have terms like fair skin, red bone, good hair, all that mulatto or whatever the fuck. And black men use that in their language when they're talking to us, and some of us think the shit's okay.
Yes.
But when we look at Serena, we know, as one girl told me this week, that some people, she was just kind of breaking down some things, that some people have soft looks and some people have hard looks. Ooh. So if you look at somebody like Serena, her looks would be hard, which I think to me is very beautiful. I just think she's a goddess to me.
Yeah.
But also when I look at this sister, who played in Black Earth Rising, her features look exactly like Nina Simone's, but nobody's gonna reference her as being pretty.
Right.
So we don't want to look at our own bias into this
they'll
thing.
Pull her out for a Black History something and put her on the stage. That's what they use. They use original looking black people.
That's white people.
Like props.
Yeah.
That's even black people doing that.
Yeah, that's true too.
We go. You know, Deonta do
right.
a celebration. Any other time her dancers look like her, and then when she doing something after, she got a black dancers out there. And then, you know, she got a chocolate sisters. I'm just saying. But I was watching the Erica Campbell show, and she has the singer from Mary Mary.
Yeah.
She has a very, very dark skinned daughter, beautiful girl, and she was
very beautiful dark skinned husband.
And she was telling her mom how, you know, it's not the
her
same for you, Mom. It's not the same for you. She said, she said, boys don't think I'm cute in school. She's like, you're beautiful. She said, well, look at you. Look at the women. Everybody in our family that's married look like you, Mom. They're light skinned. Look, Dad chose you. And then she named somebody else that was, you know, Uncle so-and-so chose not so-and-so. So the mom she said, I had to really sit back like, damn. Because, you know, she didn't live in her daughter's skin.
Right.
She didn't see it through her eyes.
Right.
She didn't realize that her daughter didn't feel beautiful. Because she see her image everywhere. So
That's my point.
When her daughter
Yes.
said it to her, she was like, she's seeing how all the dark men in her family, like her fine ass daddy, her daddy nice looking to me, chocolate.
Yeah,
anyway,
he is.
how her daddy picked her mom because she was light skinned. How her other uncles picked their aunts because her aunt was light skinned. So, but it's a very good episode. But I said it to say she had to really see it through her daughter's eyes.
And we don't want to do that.
She never saw that.
Right.
People are not seeing the world through Serena's eyes and her skin. Because I'm a dark skinned, big black woman. So when somebody else talking to me about something that don't look nothing like me, we have two different stories.
Right.
Yep.
And two different experiences.
Exactly.
I can guarantee you my shit is nothing like yours. So
That's
I
deep,
get it.
Khadijah. That's because they
That's
also feel like people like you
That's
need a
it.
spokesperson so they
Right.
can talk to white people on your behalf.
Ayana Nafai says she's a beautiful sister, no excuses needed. But when we use other people's scale to validate us, that's a problem. She didn't use anybody. She just
Scale.
said she just said he treats me good. Period. She didn't say
Because he was a
treat
white
me
man.
good because black men didn't. She said
She
he
didn't say
treats
that.
me good better than anybody else. She could have been talking about other white men she dated. She could have dated an Asian man we didn't know. She could have been with a motherfucking
Yeah.
Scandinavian man. So stop y'all taking this shit personal because y'all probably got bummy men. Or you're bummy men. That's why everybody's taking her comment personal.
Personal.
You either
That's
sleep,
right.
you either sleeping with a man that you know is
water too. Y'all
you
got
either
some
opening your legs,
Yeah,
sleeping
look
with a
at
man
you.
that you know is
Look at
not
you.
worthy, okay, or you produce some men that you know are not worthy, or you're a man that are not producing anything and you're not worthy, so y'all attacking Serena. Get out your bag, stop taking it personal, and pick better men, raise better men, and be a better man, and stop fucking attacking this sister. She
Right.
can love who the hell she want to love, straight up.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah. That part
It's
right
really
there.
annoying.
That's
Khadijah,
it.
that's what I think I was trying to
Thank
say
you,
yesterday. And
Queen. Thank
sometimes, y'all, I'm about a juggler person, so I'm not trying to wound you. I'm trying to choke your ass out. Because I think sometimes, because black folks, because our tragedy or our whatever has been so strong, you're welcome. You have to, the dose of the medicine has to be stronger. That's why
Yeah.
sometimes I think I go for people like
Yeah.
that. But I also think you're absolutely right. See, it's hard to tell a black person, a person who at least identifies as black, that blackness comes in degrees. And I don't mean like anybody can be black. I think that's bullshit.
That's
but
so cruel.
yeah, but right.
But it's 5 dreadlocks.
Right. Shut up.
Ah,
So what I'm
I don't
saying
give
is,
passes. I don't care if you're an elder. I don't
Yeah.
give passes with stupidity.
Yeah, that's
I'll
true.
call your ass.
Also,
I
got
don't
your
care.
water. I know you
I
want
don't
water.
care if
To the
you're 109 years
refrigerator.
old, I'm gonna call you out.
So what I was gonna say was, I think people get in their feelings when you tell people, "Hey, I don't need you to be my spokesperson."
Right.
You don't get to act like your experience is my experience, because I don't know what
Right.
it's like to walk around and skin that beautifully melanated.
I
I don't know what that's like. I don't. I'm saying, but here's my thing, and I'm not one of those people. I got white people in my family. I don't have white people in my family like that. I'm not trying to, and I know I'm light skinned. I'm pretty sure. I mean, some white man raped my grandmother. I'm not trying to glorify no fucking rapist. Right. There's something wrong with us when we claim shit that we know wasn't beautiful. And so my thing is, I'm okay when I learned this from my homegirl, Javon. She said, you have to know when to step back and let people speak on their experience, because even though I'm mixed, I don't know your whole experience. And it's okay to step back and shut the hell up. Pass her on like you would the stupidity that you see some black men doing. Pass her up.
And
If you don't
sometimes people
disagree.
feel like because you are a dark-skinned black woman, you don't have an opinion, you don't have a right to think outside the box. I had a sister who is of the buffer race, mutant, inbox me because I had on my Black Parents United shirt to tell me, why are you starting a Black Parent Support Group? I already have one, come under my umbrella. As if I wasn't intelligent enough to lead myself. And I didn't reply because I didn't have really any kind words. But I don't need you to come and speak for me. I'm a black woman. My issue is not your issue. And then I look and see you on Facebook, and everybody you supporting and promoting is white women who have mixed race children. So that's not my hype. I'm here for the black family, not the buffer race family. Everybody I see y'all supporting is white women with mixed children. But y'all talking about black children. Y'all ain't talking about the black children. Y'all talking about the partially black. That 2%.
I gotta search for myself
you
inside
you got
yourself.
2% milk and 4% milk. I'm talking about the vitamin D or whole milk. I'm the whole black woman. I'm not a watered down version of it. I'm not 2%, 4% on my skim milk. I'm none of that. I'm the whole, all the vitamins you need is in me. So she wanted me to, us to stop doing BPU and to go underneath her leadership.
Why we gotta go underneath your ass? Who is
Right.
you?
Is this
Let that sit.
Don't say names.
Let that sit.
Ooh, I think I know what.
Let that sit.
breathe. Breathe.
And I want to put this out there. It is not my dear sister, Lorene Pryor, because my sister be out there doing the work. I am
No,
not
I
talking
know-
about
I-
her
me
from
either.
Black. I'm just saying, I want to put it out there. I'm not talking about Lorene Pryor from Black Youth Leadership Program. She does wonderful work in the school. And when I needed some assistance, she met me after she got out of work 7:30 at night at Starbucks. So she about that business. So I'm not talking about her. But I'll tell you after this show.
Yeah,
My
this
sister's the one me said on there.
So we got comments. So get back on. We got comments.
Okay, let me go down here. The comments we have, Danielle said, I've heard a lot of black men say the same thing as Serena, but generalize it to all of us. But we internalize it and buy Steve Harvey's books. Why is there a different response when Serena, a dark-skinned woman, speaks.
Her truth, her own truth.
Her own truth.
It's her
Right.
truth.
And then Ayapi, I'm probably tearing
That's
your
all right.
name
No,
up. I'm
just take
so
your
sorry,
time.
sis. I have lots of fair skinned relatives, and I
Fair skin.
There it is.
and was this so is dark skin unfair, sister? Clear that up for me. I'm just curious, my queen. I have lots of fair skinned relatives, and I propose to include the darker relatives so they don't get it twisted because of their surroundings. I don't understand your question, so
Yeah.
maybe clarify that for me, sis, so we can get you. And for real, we have to stop glorifying our tragedy. I don't think, let me just stop right there, 'cause I don't really know where your comment's going, but we don't glorify our tragedy, but we don't skip over this shit either. You can't shit on my forehead and I'm walking around smelling like shit, and you tell me, spray perfume and tell me I didn't shit on me, and I still have the evidence. We still have the evidence of our trauma. So no,
Right.
we're not glorifying our trauma, but the shit happening is real. Would you ever go tell an Asian, don't worry about the Hiroshima and all that other shit? No, you would not. So don't tell me to forget about my tragedy. Forget about your shit. Maybe that's why you're watching this. I hope you're learning something this morning while you on here. Don't glorify our tragedy. You sound like the same shit we talking about that perpetrate the white supremacy. No, because people they do.
No, that's true. I'm laughing.
Because
That's true.
They're gonna tell us,
Yeah.
well, we talking about the trauma that we had as
Experience.
people, and you tell us don't glorify it. No, motherfucker, we making people realize it. And I'm tired of y'all
Right.
sitting here shitting on black people and act like we gotta take it. We take one for the, I'm not
for the
taking
team.
shit for the team. That's why I don't
I'm
do
not
marches.
doing it.
I'm tired of a big girl. I don't want to march no goddamn more. We have marches the goddamn 50s. I'm not marching. I'm not protesting. I'm not doing no signs. I'm not doing none of that shit. So no, we're not glorifying our tragedy. We making y'all realize that it happened. We're gonna make y'all recognize it. We're not gonna forget our ancestors, and we're gonna keep on preaching our truth. You don't like what we saying? Tune the hell out.
Oh, shit.
Ashe.
Ashe, amen, amen.
Amen, amen.
Amen, amen.
Amen.
No, but look, I think that's what got me with Serena. I think that's why when I posted that about her and hearing, and it's mainly for black women and women who weren't dark skinned or even, I tell them because I'm just getting kind of, I just think that, I think we got to check our privilege. That's the first time I ever understood skin privilege is when I seen people who didn't look like her even consider her struggle.
Right.
To say stuff like that. Like, I don't know what it's like to look like Serena.
Yes,
Right.
that is me because I'm just not on the camera.
Oh yeah, cause she doing a on the side thing today, but it's great.
And Ayanifa, I'm probably saying it
Yeah.
wrong, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Wow, sis, that's why sometimes writing could be misinterpreted. Once again, I agree. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Move on.
Wait, here's so. They doing old school. See, here's the other thing. They doing like they singing, but they doing it through like the hymn.
Hey, that's why I
I love that. Sorry, y'all. It's a church over here, so we talking like we would
You
be
see,
in
I
church.
had started.
Yeah, it get you in the mood. But I just want to say what I said to Serena. We have to allow for dark-skinned black folks to be their own representative.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, it takes me back to Farad Muhammad. And I don't mean to. It seems like that's a reoccurring theme. And I'm not trying to diss anybody.
Well,
with
it was when I saw, we were in Boys in the Hood. And Khadijah came over. And when I saw the image, just looking at the image face to face like that, I'm not going to lie, that did something to me. And so I think that you definitely made your point. And I think it definitely triggered some stuff.
And I think if we're going to heal, we can't do the fake pie in the sky healing.
Right.
And I don't care if it's Christianity, traditional African religion, anything else, Muslims, mobsters, and criminals, or shit, I don't know. We gotta go back through the dirt. That's why I love the movie Coco. He didn't just fly into the thing with his family. He had to go into the spirit world, talk to his ancestors, get the real goddamn story.
Now, what if he had forgot about them?
Mm-hmm. Or what if he never really got the real story, like she said?
Yeah.
Because that's a part of the healing, and that ain't pretty.
Right.
That just ain't pretty.
Right.
Sis Ayana, no, sis, I'm sorry.
Let me look at her words.
I think y'all got me twisted. I'm agreeing with you all. I tuned in late, but
I know that's right,
But
Queen.
I was trying to say that we should not glorify this light, dark, or however people identify.
Right on,
Colorism
sis.
is not cool. I got you. So maybe we didn't have you twisted. Maybe we had you confused. But we're not glorifying the light, bright shit. But I'm gonna call it out because we're not glorifying it. But it's definitely an issue in our community that people think that dark-skinned women cannot speak for ourselves. So we're not glorifying it, but we're going to say that we know what you're doing and we can speak for ourselves. But I feel you, sis.
Here's another question, sis, and to y'all out there. I look at this race. So when I look at here, Kamala Harris is running. Do you think part of her feeling empowered to do that is because she had Barack Obama? And he actually won? Do you think Cory Booker, with his not married self, This whole other story. Do you think he became inspired because someone who looked like him ran and won? I can see if it was somebody who looked like, who's a dark-skinned celebrity. I mean, I don't know nobody. I can't even think of nobody that's dark-skinned that's in office. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm really trying to think about
Auntie
it.
Maxine, she.
No, she not. No,
Yeah,
that's
I'm trying
Jane
to
Brown.
think.
Like, no. I'm talking about. No, honestly, she's part of the Black Power structure. I'm not talking about that. I mean, the elite Black Power structure. Maxine Waters has been crossed over. No disrespect to Auntie Maxine or whatever the hell. But I'm just saying, that's why I voted for Obama, because he wasn't with Maxine. That's why I voted for Barack Obama. If he had been with the regular Negroes like Jesse's, I would have never voted for Obama. I'm like, nope, he a part of that class that keep black people out of certain places because they're gatekeepers. Right. I voted for him because he was not with them, and of course, when I seen Michelle Obama, I just knew I had to vote for him.
What the man say in the Boys in the Hood? He said, "I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of people voted because he's married to Michelle." I said, "High five!"
Yeah,
because
I
that's the
did.
only reason why I voted.
I did.
I seen his wife. I said, "Damn, she look like my folks," and that's what got my vote. Go
But
ahead.
I'm saying, like, somebody that's really dark, like a Lupita-looking person, or even that model from the
Lupita
Sudan.
is beautiful.
Yeah, that really those two darkest models in the world. Beautiful. One is from South
yes.
Sudan, and the other one is from,
You
I
just
can't remember
like-
what country. But if they ran for president and won, or it was close to winning, that would make more darker skinned, pure blood, original looking black people run.
Danielle said if someone looking like Idris Elba won, it would be different. I vote for him. I wouldn't, because he do not date black women. But go ahead.
We don't think black American women.
Black American, yeah.
And that's just
And
tribalism.
but even the ones he got over there don't look like us either. Go ahead.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he got.
But
the
I get
bucket
what you're
race.
saying. You
Yeah, me too. But he got the bucket race from his side.
Yeah, damn it. See what I'm saying? You want to vote for a brother because you know he came out of two black original
Yeah,
people.
but then when he get up there, he don't have no love for us.
God damn it, we done seen him in Daddy's
And you know
Daughters
that used to be
Right.
and all the other black movies, The Wires. He
I had
did
it
help
in
to
my
push
wallet.
some of that bullshit.
Remember I had
mean,
this picture of my wallet?
damn, Idris Alba. I'm in my damn.
You had his picture in
Yeah,
your
girl.
wallet?
Shit.
Sometimes I need to see something black. I'll be in all them meets with all them caucus people. I just have to look at something black and something wallet back up. But yeah, it's just
I'm over here in my feelings right now.
What's wrong, Dre?
Google his girlfriends.
wrong,
Yeah,
Dre?
he is fine as hell though.
Shit, how we gonna be trying to support this black dude and he don't even fucking like us
Look it
like
up.
that?
Look it up, boo boo.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard.
If Grace Jones was running, I'd vote for Grace.
I would too.
Crew cutting off. Fuck it.
All of it.
Thank you for tuning in. Say the name again. She
I
said,
need
"Damn,
fun.
why
I need
interest?"
fun.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hard there, y'all. Look it up. Look it up.
Yes.
I ain't never liked this short butt anyway. No, I'm kidding.
I know, right? That's how you
That
backtrack.
was a beautiful man.
I ain't never like his little short stuff.
Yeah. They say he's 4'6". No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm being
Why
silly.
you
I'm
shredded
being
up the
silly.
little picture?
I'm
Like,
being silly.
damn.
That's
man.
kind of deep, y'all. I'm not
Kim
saying.
said that's why I don't like him. He don't like black women. He don't date black women.
Damn.
He wouldn't date nobody look like none of y'all up there.
Cool,
He do the napkin test down there. Look it up, boo boo.
Oh, shit.
Broke my heart.
Wow. I'm just like, I don't even.
I'm just all in my for the churches get down.
I just got really like.
I know, huh, y'all? I'm trying to keep my
Hey,
little.
I feel like a little kid. What's wrong? I'm like, I'm sad.
Yeah, all right, love. That's what
I'm
love
tired of
is.
this church.
I
There's a
don't
little
even
black boy
want
who did that.
You ain't playing no more?
No.
You taking
So
your
look,
ball?
so I
Yeah.
hope that I hope sometimes we will consider. I know black, comes in all shades. I almost hate saying that shit because some of that is bullshit. It will make anybody black. No, really, some of that is straight bullshit. Because when it's a benefit, and you were white, you're like, oh, I have a quarter in Irish, and we start. It's just we're some sick motherfuckers because we really don't believe in the true science that black women could produce every color, but we don't want to recognize that. It's sad in a way. It's kind of like we are some real social experiments, I guess. That's why I'm grateful for seeing a lot of black folks from other parts of the world coming and they being heavily melanated, because I think we got to be reminded that we really do come from people who look like that. We really didn't come from some nasty old slave catcher, as a result of rape in our DNA. Like that gotta stop. We gotta stop. No other group does that shit. No other group
I
does
love how
that.
that says, it's a thing on Facebook and everywhere it says, slaves were not taken from Africa, but engineers, lawyers, doctors. We wasn't slaves, we was people. You know what I'm talking about? I love that.
Yeah. And I also think they just took ordinary people whose job it was to.
They say laborers. They say gardeners. They say not
But I'm talking about
slaves.
Yeah,
They took
no, I agree, but I also think they just took people who maybe, because I don't think all Africans were quite that productive, y'all. In any society, you have people who just chill, because that's in your DNA too. Some people were retired, and yeah. So I agree, but I just feel like, do you think that has something to do with? You see her comment, Khadijah?
We're always searching for that 10% when there's 90% African. Yeah.
You ain't never lied, sis. Because I've done a lot of DNA. I've done a lot of DNA.
That's very true.
And you have people blacker than 1,000 midnight say, I got 5% European.
Yeah.
And you got 95% pure black, black.
I wish we could do an inferior test so we could say body DNA is 90% African, brain 100% European.
Right.
So we could just, just shit.
Just be done.
Yeah, just be like, don't count on him.
Yeah.
Because I think other people do that too. Like if you're a nigga lover, they don't really be dependent on you to do stuff. You don't get to really have a say so in what they do.
Right.
They'll be like, if we want you to take some shit back to black people, we'll tell you about it so you can do the job.
Right.
But if you're gonna, I just hate to say that. I think we just don't want to be honest about that. But I really do think that I wish there was a way we could do that. Cause that just gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't watch a lot of black films from this era, unless they're African films. Because Africans tell good storylines. They should be so wrong.
Right.
Like Black Earth Rising. How many of y'all seen that? Cause you only seen part of it.
Yeah.
But did you see? You don't even have cable, Dana.
No, I watched it in Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What you
Yeah.
think? Did you see all of it?
No, I didn't see all of it. There's some that's gonna be.
So did everybody see the opening scene at least?
Ayana,
Yes.
I love our blackness.
Me too. So in the opening scene of that, there's a white kid who sees a white woman is on the. This is like they interviewing her, and he basically says to her, if your job is to prosecute people who do war crimes, why are you only always processing the Africans and not the white people who went and fucked up everybody? Basically, that's what he said. And then, of course, she got in her feelings, but I love the way he challenged her very well. And then she said, I do this because this is justice. She said, African people have ways of administering their own justice. And the white woman struggled with that because, once again, she feel like, no, you don't get to do justice. We get to do that for you.
Right.
Even though I'm the one who caused the shit in the first place. He said, your world came into my world. Mm-hmm. Such a good, man, that show is so good. So good. All right, y'all, we wrapping up. What y'all got this week so we can close this out?
Okay, I got some stuff. Y'all go. Y'all go. I mean, you going? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to say some stuff.
Get your stuff in.
Okay. So today, y'all, at 6 p.m.
6 to 9.
From 6 to 9 p.m., yes. February 10th here at 2251 Florin Road, Sacramento, California. We have Unprotected 2. It's presented by She Could Be My Daughter. Pain Isn't Love. And so She Could Be My Daughter brings awareness about domestic violence, sex trafficking, and all things women. So you guys, it's a free event. There'll be hors d'oeuvres served.
Is it for women only?
It's not for women only.
So make sure y'all
It's
know
not
that.
for women only. We are going to hear from the mother who just lost her daughter, Deja. Yes. And so then also, I also want to give props out to, it's a poetry play, The Voices of Our Ancestors. It's going to be on February 17th. The Voices of Our Ancestors, Roberts Family Development Center is hosting it. This play is put on by a lot of people in the community. Kuhn the poet, Shona McDaniels. I know I'm going to mess up this doctor's name, but you guys know him.
Tashaka Muhammad?
Tashaka Muhammad, right. And Mr. Lewis and a whole bunch of other people. And it's, I want to say it's directed by Brother Ra, the founder of the African Marketplace. But anyway, they're going to be at the Roberts Family Development Center at 2 p.m. on Sunday, February 17th. Also, too, Voice of the Youth is having their annual craft feed that same day at 5:30 over at the Wackford Community Center. So you guys get your tickets for that. The crab is delicious. And then one more thing. We Are the Ones. That's a play. It's sponsored by the Arts Commission. It runs February 8th through the 24th, 2019. It's going to be at Grand Union High School Auditorium. I'll post it on my Facebook page, and I don't know those of you who, or I'll tag Ro in it, so you guys can have this information. But that's also a good play too. Then also too, of course, we have Boys in the Hood. It's going to be, it comes up again February 22nd. But I want to give a shout out to Renee West and Rob West, the financial literacy that you guys did for the Boys in the Hood was phenomenal. I learned.
Me too.
I learned some stuff. And so thank you so much, and thank you for everybody who supports that. Also, too, the Tala program is this Thursday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. That's at Martin Luther King Library, and they're doing a great job. Just to watch their growth, their writing positive lyrics. A lot of these young people are just naturally musically inclined. So come out. Also, too, I guess there'll be a lot of community pop-ups for the youth coming up. So, y'all, it's a lot of stuff for our young people to do.
Right on.
And I love y'all, and I want the same thing for you that I want for myself. And I mean it.
What about you? Go ahead. Yeah.
She says, we need to teach from home and then school who we are. And then she says, I support you, sis. Please send me your address and my messages. Much love to you all. Wish I could be there. Thank you for tuning in. And then Kim says, y'all know that he is on his third marriage? His second marriage only had lasted for 6 weeks. It's on my Steve Harvey. or Idris.
He not married to
Idris. So tell him how he can president and he can't even save and fix his marriage.
I was going to say, he's not married to Mercy.
What you got going on this week?
This week. Wow, that just threw me right off.
That just messed your whole head up.
Yes, it did. This week I'm still just really focusing on getting things together for my radio show, Tea Time on ETTA Radio, and we're working on our biography, if you will, / transformational healing book that's going to be coming out hopefully by late summer.
That's
what
good.
we're
When
working
you say
on.
we, who is it, anthology? Or
No.
Dr. Strong?
Dr. Strong.
Dr. Strong is working on her number 5.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Queen.
She's so silly.
No. No. Pop
It's
your collar.
hilarious.
Pop your collar.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it.
And for all of our
Yeah.
young adults today at the Touch of Class, Sister Tia, got to support her too. She's on a
Right
journey
on.
to love. It's a journey to love is filled with theatrical poetic monologue and love, heartache, fear, intimacy. And if y'all know Brother Ian Knighton, he is singing tonight.
That brother's bad.
And the show is $230, $15 cover charge, but it's at the Touch of Class on Stockton Boulevard. And it's
Touch of
like a
Class is
Love Jones
popular.
kind of, y'all. So
It's awesome.
It's gonna be bomb. And make sure y'all go. I believe it's next Friday or Saturday. The Dream Girls. There's on the Dreams Girls kind of like performance there. It's gonna be bomb. So get
Is
y'all
you gonna be
tickets. Yeah, we're going to do. So
Okay,
yeah,
good.
y'all gotta go
You
support this
going
sister.
today at
Yeah,
2:30?
she just
No, I can't go today. I got too
she's
many
doing a
things.
cocoon room. Y'all gotta. This is a
But
young.
she bombed
this is
though.
a young
We've
black
been
sister
there.
out there trying to get his
We gotta
popping.
go support
Doing
her.
intelligent grown people music, grown atmosphere, live band. Mr. Archie who does the Tyler, he's in there too. So y'all go out and support this. If you the mature adult grown stuff. And Sister Tia doing her thing. Touch a class.
Right on.
So next
help her out.
Friday,
Yeah.
what time?
I'll link it to the page.
Okay.
This Friday coming up?
I'll link it to the page.
Okay. See what we got going on. So y'all, it's time again. During Black History Month, we celebrate Black youth and connect them to Black history. So we have our 5th annual Harriet Tubman Youth Leadership Awards. And we have all kinds of schools participating. We pick a African-American girl and an African-American boy in high school who are in the spirit of Harriet Tubman. So they don't just go and help themselves, they help other young people around them. And so we honor that. So we have kids all the way out to the foothills, believe it or not, Black kids. Isn't that a trip?
Yeah.
All
They're
throughout
all over the
Sacramento
place.
North area, Elk Grove. So it's just awesome working with all of these, even from Davis. Like we got them coming. I'm so excited about this year. And that's a co-sponsored by the Meadowview Black Child Legacy Campaign, of course, Earth Mama Healing. And we get cracking on. They get a proclamation from a U.S. Senator, a U.S. Assemblyman.
My son was a recipient.
Yeah, so it's really incredible. And then also mark your calendars for Grandma Hands. It's the 16th, I think, of March.
Yeah,
so if you know a community
Saturday.
elder that we should be giving their flowers to while they live, and they get the same thing. They even get a proclamation from the city, get all kind of stuff. But we have to honor those people whose shoulders on which they stand while they're alive, not when they're ancestors, but while they're here to let us know that we can let them know how we feel about them. Yes. Then of course we still have the Great Continuum, looking at Black marriage. Got interviews this week on that.
Yes.
Awesome. You know, one of my young ladies who's married said, Ms. Rowe, I love when you do this series because we get to see ourselves.
Yeah.
And you get to learn a lot, because I'm 43 and I watch that, and it makes me sit and check how I respond to something my man might say. You know, I'm short. I learn a lot from those.
I love
it. They're very
and some of us
you
so
can learn
funny.
from any age. You be like, I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even realize. So it's very good.
But it's just beautiful because I think a lot of us do want to be married, but I also think we don't have a lot of blueprints. Some people don't. Some people do, and some people don't. So of course we have another interview coming up with that. Traditional Tuesday, we'll be talking to a sister who'll be talking about uniting, you know, in terms of African spiritual traditions. Also, me and Brother Barry has Just Being Honest inside the Black Experience. So we're going to be coming to y'all every Wednesday morning from 8:30 to 9:30, 10 o'clock. And to talk about all kind of stuff. And Barry's hilarious. So sometimes I'll be needing that balance.
Both of y'all hilarious.
He get me started. I'll be trying to start off like all calm, and then in the end I'll be like, what? I'll be forgetting.
Like in the public enemy video, he cracks me up.
Yeah.
Y'all cracks me up.
So that's something else that we're rolling out. And then the following week, we'll get back on schedule with the financial advice, 30 minutes with a financial expert, Mr. Calvin Franklin. And then I'm just rolling out stuff. Sister Cheryl's going to come on and do something about plant-based dieting because she's a chef. A chef should do that. And I'm also working with Miss Cook around career and college information for our young people. Like, what do you do? Because I think parents have to think about what their kid need to be doing now, not wait till they get the cap and gown, and if they survive making it through school, and then you know your kid's sitting at home and they ain't took advantage of nothing because some of this shit y'all requires us to take time, make them sacrifices, act like you buying that ticket to the Beyonce concert, spend that type of money on your kid, preparing them to do things after they get out of school. Not all of us do it, but sometimes I do think sometimes some of us, our priorities, we watch the reality show and all of us don't know that that's fantasy. Some of us really think we can do some shit like that. So I think we got to put more time into our young people so that they have a better chance of flying and making it. But that's based upon what we do right now. So reprogram yourself to make sure your kids is the priority. So we do all that kind of, that's the whole week. I mean, plus just doing regular stuff. Also, I want to give a shout out to Sister Alika because she's my person who made my week. She came and sat down and talked with me. She's a younger sister, and she educated me on some stuff and just lent her support. Like, the sister is the bomb, and she runs Black Women United. So she talked a lot about what was that like. And one of the things she did say, and I'm taking heed, dear queen, young queen, she was just saying it would be nice to have some older women to really talk to because it's not easy when you're leading an organization. And I was telling her when I was her age or younger, much younger, I was around a lot of Black women, not just my mom, but the Callie Corneys and the Catherine Halls and the Ida Sonors and, you know, so many Black women, Miss Brenda. And I always had elder sister friend, Betty Hurd. Lillian Mobley, Miss Abrams. I always had elder Black women whose job it was to guide me. And it was nice to hear her say, I really want to experience that. I really want to do that because sometimes we don't know how to approach young people to mentor them. But it was nice for her to say, and thank you, Sister Danielle, because she was the one who made that connection. So I just want to send that shout out to Sister Alika. It ain't easy leading anything, but I'm glad you stood up and that you're in the streets and you trying to make it happen. And it is our job to support you and to surround you. And when the load gets too heavy or you say you need some help, and sometimes it helps me because I sit down, we have some coffee together, can we laugh together? And that's what we got to offer you. And so I heard you, dear sister, and it's my honor to gather up the elders, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you, Danielle, because you definitely are an old soul. That's a compliment when you say that too. I don't know how many people know that, but that don't mean like you fogey stogie. You know what I'm saying? Because I met some elders that can put a condom on a cucumber with one hand. That shit was amazing.
I wasn't good at that game.
No, I seen that last night. It was a bridal shower game, and I didn't do it. I was like, not me. But you have to put your hand behind your back and literally put a condom on a cucumber with the cucumber.
Come up with your teeth. And
I ain't never seen us like that.
I lost. I couldn't give.
I didn't even know nothing like that. So
I won one game.
So I'm saying that to say those old people were young once. And some of them are still very much youthful. Because I didn't even know how to do that. But some of them, they probably got hella kids and shit. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. And one lady supposed to put the cucumber, huh?
A young one wanted though.
But, yeah, somebody, shut up, Kitty.
One of them you supposed to do what?
That shit got hot.
Man.
One of them you supposed to do
I
what?
don't know where the lady put it at.
Yeah, lady put that. You supposed to put it right here. She put the shit right here. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. We just trying to do that. Yeah.
Thing, ladies.
So anyway, y'all.
We have fun.
Enjoy your week. Y'all keep it coming. You have
Enjoy
show
your
ideas,
week.
stuff you want to discuss. Hit me in the inbox and say, talk about this, talk about that. We would add it to the board next week.
Right.
And then at some point, we're going to figure out how to bring guests in. So I'm working on that. Like maybe somebody's going to come in, I can invite you in, and then that way they can join and then we'll pop you out. And because it's just the three of us here.
Right.
So there's a way that we can do that. So I just got to probably have to use the iPad so you can really see because this would be kind of small.
Yeah.
Even though we can probably see them right here, but still. But we're going to work. Cause I think some of y'all be wanting to pick that. When Jay Vaughn be on here and she said, hey, tag me in. It's like, damn, I don't know what that's going to look like. So
We
sometimes
did it
you're going to,
before.
we did.
Yeah.
But we just got to figure out that whole format so we
How to
can really,
reach
really
it.
do it. Because I feel like some of y'all, we need to tag in. We want people to see your face and jumping on these comments and, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Khadijah, Devon. Woo! She was on the side.
I'm gonna tell y'all, on the way here this morning, I was listening to Queen Latifah's UNITY, and the second verse made me think of the conference today that Barry's having when he's talking about them. Well, not Barry, I say Barry because he the one invited me, but it talked about the domestic violence, and then y'all just gotta really get back to that old school hip hop, real talk, like
And breaking
that
it down.
UNITY is just. Listen to it. I don't even gonna rap the verse.
Put
but
your
it's just-
hands on me again. I'll
Well,
put
come
your ass
on.
in handcuffs.
Okay, come
I
on.
hit the bottom,
Which one?
help me out. I hit the bottom. There ain't nowhere else to go but
Up.
right.
I'm jumping in, dude.
Okay, come on, I go.
You take it out on me, but that's about enough. You put your hands on me again, I put your ass in handcuffs. I guess I felt so deep in love, like you
Dependency.
I was too proud to see just how it was
Affected me.
But all I knew was you was
All the man I had.
and I was scared to let you go,
Even though you treated me bad.
But I don't want to see my kids see me getting beat
Beat down while daddy slapping mommy all around.
You say I'm nothing without you,
But I'm nothing with ya.
A man don't really love you if he hit ya. This is my notice to the door. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not your personal whore. That's not what I'm here for. And nothing good gonna come to you till you do right by me. Brother, you ain't shit. UNITY.
UNITY. That's a
let him know.
UNITY. I love a black man from infinity to infinity.
That's what I
UNITY. I love a black man from infinity to infinity.
What's going on in your mind? That's what I ask you.
But like, yo, you don't hear me out.
You
You
ain't
ain't
rocking around your head
and you call yourself a gangster bitch now that you saw a Patrick video
I saw you wildin', acting like a fool.
Fool.
I peeped you out the window, jumping girls
after school.
And where did all of this come from?
A minute ago, you was a nerd and nobody ever heard of you. Now you're a wannabe hard. You better know your ABCs,
There's
please.
plenty of people out there with triggers ready to pull it while you're trying to jump in front of the bullet,
Young lady, and real bad girls are the silent type.
Right.
Right, getting your face sliced. That's what happened to your homegirl, right? She got to wear that for life. Who you calling a bitch? UNITY. I love a black woman from infinity to infinity. UNITY.
Here we go.
UNITY. We love a black man from infinity to infinity.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
You can hit this button.